Hello chat, and we are here with match 2 of India versus Uzbekistan, and this is going to be a cracker of a match. It might start off slow, but I think we are going to blow a few minds today because it's all critical, and India has changed its team. So India has changed its team slightly. So let's have a look at what has changed. So we still have Vidit on board one. We have Nihal. Vidit has the white pieces this time. Nihal has the black pieces. SL has the white pieces. And then Sasikiran is back with the black pieces on board 4. So we have a change. Sethu out, Sasi in. Probably a good decision because clearly this is not Sethu's tournament. And now it's all about chess. One match, 4 games, and whosoever wins goes to the finals and the other team goes home. The games have begun. It's time to go for it, chat. You can see the bars have started moving, and it's only VD's game which is about to start. Let's wait for the moves to come out. Chat, kya lag raha hai? Dil se kya lag raha hai? Will India make it to the finals to play the winner of China and Spain, or will India get knocked out? That's the ultimate question. VD is still not starting, so let's go to Nihal's game. Nihal has played e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4, bishop c5, knight c3, knight f6. Usually knight c3 is not played. This goes into draw setup, so that means Sindharov is playing something very solid. Let's see kya hota hai. Game 1 was a tie, chat. This match is the decider. Whosoever wins takes home the final spot. Then we have SL, the hero of this match so far, with the white pieces. This time we have the, well, what do we call this? I keep forgetting its name. The only opening, Ragozin, yes. The only opening whose names I can never remember. Queen b3 now played, bishop takes, queen takes. He already has the bishop pair, has a solid position. I would say he's already slightly better. I really like such positions usually with white, where I've gotten the bishop pair. I have no problems in my position. I am just 2 moves away from castling. It was Magnus Carlsen who once said, if you are 1 move away from castling, you're fine. If you're 3 moves away, you're probably okay. And if you're 2 moves away, then it's kind of touch and go. Then you have Sasikiran, who's playing with the black pieces, and we have one c4, e5, knight g3, c6, knight f3, and Sasikiran is going to play an important role in this round. Board 4 is where we're bleeding the most points. It's the most important to control. When you know there's an कोई छुरा कोई पोक के चला गया तो भाई उस टाइम पे नाखून काटने का मतलब नहीं है. So we have to control the bleeding first. Going to the game of Vidit Gujarati again. We have d4, knight f6, knight f3, d5. I don't think he goes for the London. That is not happening. He will go for c4 now. And then he will decide. Either he goes knight c3 or he goes for his favorite Catalan setup. Let's see which one he goes. No one is playing London stomach, surprisingly. Yeah, no one is. I don't think anybody would. Because London is going to be very difficult to win with the white pieces on demand. And every guy who has the white pieces knows how important they are in this round. Because, you know, with white, you always have a chance. This is not like typical rapid chess 15 minutes where, yeah, even then we've seen upsets with black. We've seen black play good chess. But it's usually been because white has been over pushing. दिल से लग रहा है इंडिया जीतेगा तो आपको कपड़े फाड़ने चाहिए भाई. ये क्या है भाई? सेतु को जब खिलाया हार गए. इफ यू विन फाइनल गिव सेतु अ बिजनेस क्लास टिकट. ये क्या है रे? वही जब अनसेट जब तक देश में साहिल जैसे प्लेयर्स है देश का कुछ नहीं हो सकता भाई. बॉबी फिशर ये कौन सा तुम्हारा नुक्कड़ में बैठा है? Vishy in commentary yesterday, Nihal is a beast in blitz. I know. Good to see Sasikiran playing. Yeah, I'm very happy he's back in the team. It's just not Sethu's tournament. It's just not his tournament, and we need the best shot we got, yeah? So, chat, so far it looks all okay. VD is taking his time. What happened to VD? He's not known to, like, you know, take so much time in the opening. He's been playing very fast. Like, time control is something which is, we've been proud of. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. What am I seeing? Oh my god, Vidit Gujarati has been hit with the London bug. Bhai! Oh, Bhai Sahab, Vidit Gujarati has been hit with the London bug. And finally we have London from VD. Do check out the course, bhai. Aapko decision link mil jayega. The best opening on the planet. Of course, VD is getting a forced win now. Dude, this is crazy. This is something I've never seen VD play. At least not that I remember. Not in my... Yeah, no, I don't remember him ever playing the London. So that's crazy. At this moment, we lost one match. Abhi Pandey. Nahi, Pandey ji. Is baar jeetenge, bhai. We are losing first board. Chat not visible. Chat aa gayi re. Chat bhi aa gayi board pe re. If video wins, Tiku will become a billionaire by sales increase. Exactly भाई. I think this is the time to plug in the course भाई. I think ऐसा moment कभी नहीं मिलेगा भाई course plug in करने का. If VD wins तो instant millionaire. रुको भाई, let me plug in भाई. Stream तो बाद में लाइक हो जाएगी भाई. पहले course plug in कर देते हैं. Best opening fight. Exactly. Learn the system. It's the best opening on the planet, chat. It's the best opening on the planet. I think if you really want to improve at chess, you can definitely check it out by. Best chess opening approved by Vidit. Now approved by Vidit, yeah. I think that is pretty clear. हार गए तो instant zero. हार गए तो ठीक है. देखो chat, let's do a deal. कौन deal करने को तैयार है? If VD wins, तो एक बंदे को कोर्स लेना पड़ेगा. If VD loses, I will give out one course for free. क्या बोलते chat? Who's ready to take the challenge? बताओ भाई. Who's ready? While we're going to the game of Nihal Sareen, we have this position currently, and White is going for the bishop pair. डील करे आहान भाई. सो आहान भाई खरीदेंगे क्या? आहान भाई खरीदेंगे. कौन खरीदेगा ये बताओ. कौन वो बंदा है जो खरीदने वाला है? पहले उस बंदे का नाम बताया जाए मुझे अभी के अभी. By the way, d6, knight a4, bishop b6, a3, h6, h6, h3. Now castles, bishop e6. Very solid position, man. I see no problem in Nihal's position. Knight h5, knight f4, queen g6. I would rather have black here than white, to be honest. Manish, ठीक है. Manish भाई ने बोल दिया है done. Which is the best free course for course? भाई course कभी free होते नहीं यार. Draw 50% off, नहीं. Draw पे कुछ नहीं. Draw is nothing. Draw is nothing. अब स्ट्रीम पर इसलिए हारेंगे नहीं भाई. स्ट्रीम में ड्रॉ था, हारने से कुछ नहीं होगा. सो गोइंग टू द गेम ऑफ एसएल. एसएल इज ओपोनेंट इज स्टिल थिंकिंग. सदमा लग गया है उनको. ड्रॉ 50% ऑफ. रियली? I don't know, man. Draw 50% off is not a big deal. If it loses, the course gets banned. अब बोलो banned क्या होता है रे? Ban कैसे करोगे? By the way, going to Sasikiran's game. Let's go. Side d5, queen d5, knight c2 back. I've seen this opening. I think it was played by somebody against Anish Giri. Was it Wesley So? I think. I don't know. Knight f6, knight c3, queen e5, bishop g2, knight e6, and bishop e7, knight e1. Chad, by the way, so Manish भाई लेंगे अगर मतलब मैं जीत गया. But who do I give it to if you win? वो भी एक इंपॉर्टेंट सवाल है ना. तो मनीष भाई को ही मिलेगा ना फिर. आई थिंक द गाय हु विल टेक इट. वो किसको मिलेगा भाई? मनीष भाई आपको ही चाहिए तब भी कि किसी और को आप वो करने के लिए तैयार हो? हु प्लेड द बेस्ट मैच सिस्टम? आए आहान भी है. जोल ठीक है. सो एनीवेज आई थिंक जिसने भी चैलेंज लिया है you can definitely check out the course भाई. if VD wins I think it will be worth it for you definitely. आज लुसेना भी देखने को मिलेगा शायद. let's see. He's promoting a course, so if he wins, discount 100%. ये क्या है रे? Discount 100%. कुछ भी जीतेगा तब भी. वो ये क्या है भाई? Yes, Manish, of course. Done भाई. Done. Manish भाई done. Deal है भाई. Deal. Done. ठीक है. So we have, by the way, he goes for the new move order. Usually यहाँ पे c3 खेला करते थे, but तब से nowadays knight d2 has become the trend. It's become more of a trend, and you basically allow rook b1 immediately. You basically don't allow queen b6 ideas. It's kind of a target against that. And this is the current position. I think black will probably play e6 and white will play c3 and will transpose into main lines. And ये भी course में मैंने cover किया भाई कि कितना move order का क्या link है. Going to Nihal Sareen's game, Honestly, I always like these positions for black. जहाँ पे I have the open f file, I have the strong bishop for now, I have the queen coming to g6, and everything seems to be fine. Yeah, I like such positions usually. So going to the game of SL, black is still thinking. लगता है opponent को ऐसे सदमा लग चुका है. समझ ही नहीं आ रहा है भाई. समझ ही नहीं आ रहा है कि भाई मतलब करना है तो करना क्या आखिर. So opening में ही सोचने लग गया लौंडा भाई. अभी तो middle game start भी नहीं हुई. Going to Sasi's game, Sasi also calculating what to do in this position. I think knight b4 is apparently a good move. Castle, you can never go wrong with castling here. And bishop f5, of course, makes a lot of sense. So going to the game of Vidit again. First game, tie हुआ भाई. Vidit came back in that match and Sethu lost. So Vidit came back with spectacular fashion and he drew the game. And yeah, again, SL was the hero and he won the match. YouTube का नए emoji कहाँ से use करते हो बता दो भाई. YouTube के emoji आपको मिल जाएंगे भाई प्यार. If you click on आई थिंक वो उसमें आ जाएगा. कहीं ऑप्शन तो आता होगा यार. सेक्सी की लर्नर सिस्टम है भाई. लर्नर कोर्स लिंक पिंड है भाई. लिंक पिंड है. पिंड ही है ना. हाँ. चेस बुक आई वुड से कि यार इट डिपेंड्स ऑन योर स्टाइल मैन. डिपेंड्स ऑन विच वन यू गो फॉर. ओपनिंग मिडिल गेम आई वुड से कि एंड गेम में आई थिंक वो वाला अच्छा है. कास्टम के एंड गेम के लिए अच्छा है. इफ यू वांट टू गो फॉर मिडिल गेम प्रॉब्ली माई सिस्टम से स्टार्ट कर सकते हो भाई. सेतु इज हैविंग वन ऑफ हिज वर्स्ट टूर्नामेंट ऑफ हिज लाइफ फॉर श्योर. सेतु का टूर्नामेंट नहीं है भाई, इट्स वेरी क्लियर. किसी और भी मैच हटा सकते हैं नहीं यार, और किस पे खिलाएंगे. लंडन इज द बेस्ट भाई, लंडन इज द बेस्ट. This could be India's crushing victory towards the finals, or this could be India's last match. What the hell will it be? Girlfriend's positional handbook? No, it is Gelfand's positional handbook. Stefan bhai, unfortunately, neither you have Gelfand's handbook, neither have girlfriend's handbook. So it doesn't matter. Does it still have potential to be figured out? Clearly he has, yeah. He's playing spectacular chess. Which he said he didn't understand with the game today at all. Yeah, it was a weird game, man. It was very weird. Like, it was very uncomfortable. All it felt like it was white was better throughout. But somehow Wilit came back, and that's all that matters at the end. Yo, Dhwal bhai, kaise yaar? Setu for Lifetime Achievement Award. Ironically enough, I think there's only one chessable course I've ever bought, and that was a Setu course. There's only one chessable course I ever bought. That was a Setu course. Refund मिल सकता है क्या? Just kidding भाई. It was a great course. थोड़ा बहुत मजाक करते हैं सही, but love you भाई. अरे thanks मदन भाई. सोच मेरा भाई, thanks a lot. I know मैं मजाक ही सब. मैं ही मजाक ही कर रहा हूँ भाई. सेतु को रोस्ट करने में मजाक ही कर रहा हूँ. E4 नहीं कोई था. I can't reveal भाई. I think कोई कोर्स था, but सेतु का लिया मैंने आज तक. By the way, oh we have this line. Oh रुको. So chat. This is my favorite line for white, like bishop d6. Now you put the bishop back. That was the nowadays people just ignore it sometimes, just play like bishop d3 or dc5 also. But I used to put the bishop back on g3, and then usually black has many ways to go. If he takes this way, or he puts the bishop back, so we'll see what happens. He took the bishop g3, and I think if black castles and you go bishop d3. I love that setup. Oh, मैंने कितने IMGM पेले हैं इस लाइन में. Oh my god. If I could, I mean, it's just insane. White के लिए इतना बढ़िया है ना भाई, इतना बढ़िया यार. Like, I don't know why black went for this. Okay, let's go. I like it now. ये तो मैं भी खेल लूंगा भाई, मुझे भी खिला लो. मैं नहीं हारता ये सेटअप में ब्लैक से व्हाइट से भाई, कुछ भी करा लो भाई तुम. मुझे भी खिला लो याकूबो पाकुबो के साथ. ये तो अपन जीत जाएगा भाई. ड्रॉ तो कर ही लेगा कंफर्म. Daniel Karen, do you think Max can beat Stockfish with pawn odds? Daniel, like, thanks for the super chat. I don't think so. Depends on which pawn are you talking about, because her pawn different hai. If I lose the a2 or h2 pawns, that's a bonus on move 1, because especially h2, because I can directly attack. So depends on which pawn. कौन से pawn की बात कर रहे हो भाई? Depends on the pawn. If it's e4, d4, then maybe. But if it's side pawn, I think it's better to lose that pawn. SL winning only because he doesn't trust Setu. ये क्या है भाई? London में तो Magnus Queen e7 chat, I think pretty obvious. Now you have to go knight e5 because black is threatening e5, so you have to stop him. If black goes c5, then it's an equal position. You can't do much. So knight e5 is pretty much forced. You can try dc5 ideas and then you go e4. That's also a way to play. But usually when you start out, I would recommend playing knight e5 here and then going f4 if allowed to, and then basically having this influence on the king side. Usually black does not play this. Black plays b6. And then you have either queen e2, or you have like simple like e4 directly is possible as well. And then bishop e7, yeah, drama. But anyways, for now, he does play knight e5, VD plays knight e5. And now, of course, you want to play f4 next. So black ne played knight to d7. And this reminds me of that position, no? Shank, is it the same trap? Wo, knight d7, bishop d7, is this the same position? Nahin, na? No, this is not the same, right? This is not. That was different variation. Jahan pe Shankland and Kamsky, that was different. I think the bishop was somewhere else. Yeah, it's not the same because I don't know exactly. It was something like bishop takes, queen takes, pawn takes, queen takes, bishop takes, king takes, queen takes, king takes, knight e4. Yeah, na. हाँ, yeah. I remember. Oh my god, I'm a freaking genius. यही था क्या? Oh, and white is winning. See, London is so simple, bhai. London ne dekha, it's winning and black resigns. Black resigns. Exactly, bhai. So let's go to live position. I think it was this position itself. And you take with the queen now, I think. You take with the queen, I think queen d7. Unless I'm missing something. कुछ miss कर रहा हूँ क्या? Takes is forced. Takes के बाद what can you do? You have to take, right? और कुछ option तो है नहीं. And then you play bishop h7. And engine को दिख नहीं रहा है क्या? Is the engine not seeing this? Oh, मारने के बाद भाई मैं engine से भी strong है यार. Oh my god. I'm stronger than the engine. हाँ sorry यार, लंदन से मैं थोड़ा attract हो गया. अरे बाकी गेम देखते हैं. And we have this position now. So we have, okay, b4 played. We saw it queen knight e7. Oh, Nihal game में कुछ हुआ नहीं after rook e1. I think knight g6, knight f4, maybe knight h5, knight f4 maybe, and so on. Going to SL's position. Something happened after queen c3, c6 played. Knight to d2. Interesting choice. I think controlling knight e4 ideas. Knight d7, bishop e2. Going something, but knight e4 is anyway possible, I think. But okay, let's see. Going to Sasi's game, okay, after the move, castles d4 was played. Of course, you can take, but white will take with the knight and attack the queen again. But black is solid. I mean, white is also pushing. I think in these structures, he has the e-pawn and the king side majority. So long term, he wants to push these. But for now, Sasi is fine. Not Setu, bhai. Setu's not playing. Sasi. I think you have to take on d7. I think you have to take on d7, right? f4, there is f6, I think, and it probably equalizes. So I think you have to take on d7. Yeah, good decision to play Sasikiran. Somewhere at that game, one draw, so you don't have to answer it often. Okay, but I think I'll answer it. कोई चक्कर नहीं है भाई, कोई चक्कर नहीं, answer it. ससी की फसी क्या है भाई? देखा भाई तुमने लंडन सिस्टम का जीनियस कैसे बोलता हूँ अपने को भाई, सब पता है रे अपन को. Knight d7 and then I think queen d7 is the move you have to play, and then it's probably just slightly better for white. Let's see what happens. Sexy can win this. Sasi can win this match. भाई क्या कर दिया रे, बिगाड़ लिया रे तुमने मेरा chat. Setu's filed defamation case on $100 and a public apology. अरे भाई sorry सेतु भाई, just kidding भाई. आपने इस लाइन में कितने GMIM पेले हूं उस जल्दी से अपने पेला हूं बोल दिया. नहीं रे, this is the only opening where I have actually a lot of wins. I have a lot of wins against GM and IMs actually. This is the I told you, bishop d6, this setup, if I could get this position every single white game, my rating would be 2500, at least 2450 तो प्यार से. Just team coming anyway. What is Sahil Tikku's Immortal? It was definitely one of my best games was in this line. My best game in this line, I think it was against Lucas Van Forest, I think, in this particular line at least. You don't have any introduction about yourself in your about section? नहीं भाई. Interesting क्या होता है यार, chess खेलते हैं भाई. I am a national master, 2200 rating every day भाई. थोड़ा बहुत entertainment, थोड़ा बहुत analysis और थोड़ा बहुत भाई cheerleading. That's all it is. Show the mate. Okay, so after this, if you take with the bishop, which looks like the most natural move, you take here, so it's forced to take back. You take here, it's forced to take back. Now you sack a piece. Bishop takes queen h5. King g8 only move. Knight e4, the pawn is pinned. The queen has to, I think queen c4 was the only move. Knight g5 now. Then you go rook to d8 was played by Sam Shankland, I think. Rook d8 कहता है, rook c8. I think rook d8. Queen here, king here, queen here, king here, queen here, king here. And then you play e4 or rook d1. I exactly don't remember. I think it's okay, fair. Rook d1 directly, and then you play e4 at the correct moment and so on. It is winning usually, and it will take some time, but it's winning by force. So let's see what VD plays. Hey, dekha, I told you. Maar de, please. Please. Queen se marega yaar. Of course, he'll take with the queen. There's no doubt. It's losing by force after bishop takes. He will, of course, take with the queen. Noob thodi yaar wo. He will, of course, take with the queen. Are you going to cancel comment? I'm not going there. I'm not going. Yeah, queen takes. Dekha beta. Queen takes. Yes. Now let's castle. Or even you can play dc5 and e4. Queen h5. Well, not such a bad move. Into badhiya bhai. What thoughts about Caruana winning yesterday? I think it was very close. Arjun was very unlucky. I think he could have totally won the match yesterday, but okay, it happens. Yeah, Arjun goes to the next match. Okay, 37 minutes of VD going to the Nihal Sarin game. White has just played the move rook to a2. And now you probably just, I guess bringing this rook into the game would not hurt, like rook d7 or rook d8 and also queen f7. I think doubling up on the f-file, and slowly you can play knight h5, knight f4. That should be the plan. You have play on the king side clearly. So many pieces on the king side. So even this bishop actually is kind of doing a good job. First match was a tie chat, and that means second match is going to be the decider. Unless if you have 2-2, then it's blitz. Otherwise, whosoever wins goes home. Sorry, goes to the finals, and the other team goes home. A5 would be really bad because I can just take the bishop and then you will spoil your structure. Capturing away from the center, it will disconnect your pawns. Not a good move. You want to capture this way, capturing towards the center always. Going to SL's game. Okay, knight e4 did happen. And now if you take this knight, I will probably take this bishop. So I think taking this is better. He takes the queen and you have this endgame which is slightly better for SL, I would say. And he can push for a long while. And it should be all fine. So going to the game of Sasikiran now. He played the move queen a5, which is an interesting square to put the queen on. It kind of gives him a back route as well to d8. So if something happens wrong, they will play tomorrow also. Really? Third place match kal hona hai kya? Are you sure about this? I will confirm this if third place match is confirmed. I'm not so sure. They will play tomorrow regardless. Let me just confirm this. World team regulations. Let me just check this out. Let's go to the game of VD until then. By the way, VD has castle. Makes a lot of sense. And usually now black can also take, yeah? Because white has castle. There's no rook on h1. You can also take now. It's not a big deal. Semi-finals, okay, and then what happens in the finals? Small final and final match 1. Okay, so they play tomorrow as well. They play tomorrow as well, kya? That's interesting. Even if they lose, that's interesting. But हारना नहीं है रे, हारना नहीं है, जीत के जाना है भाई. ये हारने की बात नहीं करनी, जीत के आना है भाई. Let's go. So now played castles. Come on, let's go, man. VD, let's go. Let's go. Defeat him, man. Show video start, please. Start से ही दिखाते हैं भाई ये pretty game starting with the London system. What a brilliancy by VD to go for bishop f2, bishop f4, and it all looks sexy. Let's go to Nihal Sarin's game. Nothing has happened. Okay, this did not happen. Yeah, this is the live position right now. Knight e4 played by black. SL is again chat 9 minutes up on the clock. Good start by SL on the clock there. Going to Sasikiran's game. Bishop d2 played. Some discover attack incoming maybe. So probably queen going to some other square. Queen b6 or queen d8 or queen f5. Probably is a practical choice. China and Spain was also a draw. Right now, chat, Spain is winning on 2 boards against China. So it seems like, okay, not 2 boards actually. I think 1 board they are winning, 1 board they are worse. Okay, interesting. Predictions. By prediction, हमने poll किया. By poll is enough for now. 81% people say India will win this match. 10% say Uzbekistan will win, and 9% say it will be a draw. Remember, draw means it will go to a blitz 3+1. I don't know who will be the favorite in blitz because technically we are the stronger team on paper, but they also have the youngsters, and youngsters are usually very tactical. We saw Nihal winning yesterday, so it's not clear who would have the initiative in blitz. So ideally, it's better if you win in classical, and let's see what happens. So Sasikiran is slightly worse, yes, but I think it's a typical opening advantage, nothing spectacular, easily handleable by a strong player like Sasikiran. Going to the game, by the way, after castles b6 played, yeah, I still like this position for white. I don't know, man. I am a big London buff. London, we can beat hands also. Exactly. VD better, yeah. So as I mentioned, you know, you can see VD, yeah, पहली बार VD का plus 0.7 दिख रहा है तुम्हें बार पे. And which opponent did he play? The London system. Handleable, yes. It's possible to handle. London का दलाल. Why sahab? You know, I've slowly started incorporating, Srinath's laughing style. He laughs like this. बड़ा मस्त स्टाइल है, मेरे अंदर भी वो स्टाइल आ गया अब. Cannot go ahead without subscribing. Great one. Thanks a lot, Nikhil bhai. Plus points in, plus 0.7, yes. Grey kit possibility नहीं काम करेगी because there is no pawn on e5, and if there's a pawn on e5, then it's more likely to work usually. यहाँ पे I think if you take on h7, king takes queen h5, you just don't have enough pieces. You play knight f3, I'll just play f6 and block everything. There's no knight g5, so to speak. So you need another bishop on d3 now, and you don't have 2 large bishops. यहाँ थी गर्दन कहाँ है? गर्दन नहीं है भाई उनकी. I mean यहाँ नहीं है, स्ट्रीम पे नहीं है. आग क्या है भाई? f4 is not logical now. I think because you have exchanged one knight, you will probably not ending up mating black. You will have to go for strategic play, and for that reason, I think playing f4, blocking your bishop and weakening e3 makes no sense. You just play normal moves, probably even exchange bishops, play rook e1, queen e2, rooks d1, and slowly you want to go e4 at the right moment. You take on c5 and go e4. That's one plan, or you see how black plays it and react accordingly. If black were to play f5, then certainly we focus on e5 again. But for now, it is not. e5 is not the focus. We're going to the game of Nihal Sarin now. Rook d8 played by Nihal after rook to a2. Very solid position as mentioned. And now white will probably take on b6 because the a file is not opened up. VD is becoming Pragnanda. Knight f3, then bishop sack. Bishop sack nahi hoga, and it will not work. It will not work. Black can always play f6. Going to SL's game chat. So far, Chad, SL has been the star, the consistent backbone of Indian in the Indian stunt so far. So I'm hoping he continues. And he plays the impressive move a4, which basically is going to push all the way to a5 as well if allowed to. And it also allows him to play rook a2, rook b2 to put pressure on b7. And slowly I think he'll play f3, king f2, rook comes to c1 or a1 or whatever, wherever the open file is. He'll try to play c4 as well if allowed to. And then he will start to play g4, h4, h5, or even e4 playing in the center. And it's all about slightly squeezing black, just like an orange juice. And c5 here is definitely a risky approach, because at the end, if you take, you will leave yourself with an isolated pawn, and black has to be careful. And look at the ISL, yeah, playing it very, very fast. Knight f1, the knight is probably head to g3, and then he'll put the king on d2. I think that's a square. And because it's an endgame, there are no queens on the board, so king castling here makes less sense, because king करेगा क्या, वापस center में आना ही है. When you are in the endgame, the king belongs in the center and the d file is not open. It will not be opening up because you will not take on c5. So king d2 is an excellent square for the king, and then you can slowly try to attack the bishop, knight g3, f3, e4, and so on. Later on, yeah, slowly. And now we go to the game of Sasikiran. The queen has gone back to d8 as mentioned, but definitely white is slightly better here. He has the pawn side, king side majority. He has the better knights. The knight on a6 is stupid, and the bishop on g2 is a strong piece. The bishop on c8 is still at home and is trying for an MBA interview. So going to the white game again, VD game, b6 played, and VD is trying to calculate if VD wins. That is going to be crazy. Let's see, chat. Queen dar gayi, queen dar gayi. SL played the Nimzo, no, the Ragozin actually. Not, it wasn't the London system. अभी मिस्टर बीस की तरह गिव अवे करो भाई. मिस्टर बीस की नेटवर्थ बिलियंस में भाई, मेरी नहीं है भैया. लास्ट गेम में एक ही आदमी के कारण हारे, बेटर पोजीशन खराब कर दी यार. ऑफ कोर्स, लाइक इफ इंडिया टच वुड ends up losing somehow, then you can put the blame game, but I think that's not a healthy way to look at it. Yeah, I mean, he lost, he had a bad tournament and he lost. So ideally Sasik, you know, it's like, मुझे याद है जब किसी कोई कैश ड्रॉप करता है ना, then you're kind of hoping कि जल्दी से वो बैट्समैन आउट हो जाए. It's the same case. Sethu right now is sitting in the back end hoping कि भाई जल्दी से कोई जीत जाए ताकि मुझे गालियां ना पड़े. But I think, of course, we don't attack anybody. But of course, I think Sethu did not have a good tournament this time. Emoji doing break. भाई break में कैसे ऐड करता है? break में हम चीजें नहीं करते भाई. break is for break. इंटरव्यू सही गया भाई. बाकी I think competition बहुत tough है, तो we'll see how it goes. You look like young Anand. Oh my god, that is embarrassingly not true. Match 1 was a tie, Ramesh bhai. It was a tie 2 each, and this match is the decider. If India scores 2.5 or more points, India goes to the finals. If Uzbekistan scores 2.5 or more points, they go to the finals. And if it's a 2-2 tie, then we go to blitz tie breaks 3+1, one match, or winner takes all. Tough for losing, हराना नहीं मतलब ऐसा ना हो इसलिए बोला मैंने यार. So going to the game, Avidit is still thinking. Interesting. He should have bought my course maybe. Just kidding, bhai. Sasi is hugely experienced. He should have played in round 1. I agree. I think Sasi was the guy who, even though he lost yesterday, I think he was the guy who showed the best form out of all 3 options. As simple as that. I think Abhijit bhai had a few nervous moments, and Sethu did not have a good tournament at all. Vishnu head transfer करवाया है क्या? I have no clue. Thanks for writing emoji break by. Of course, yeah, that's of course. Arvind Chidam would have been a great option, Adiman as well, but I think rating wise they might be a bit lower and might not have qualified on ratings. I think that's the only issue. Yes, Sachi should have played round 1. If Sachi had played round 1, even if he had gone on a draw, we would have already won the first round by now. So clearly you can see he should have played. Sachi playing in a team tournament, add 100 points to his rating. True. It is declining over. I don't think he's declining. He had a very good tournament in the Asian continental. He was playing board 1 against Prague. So I don't think he's declining. It's just he was getting married. He was going through a different phase in his life. And when you're getting married, buddy, I think chess takes a backseat for a while. I'm sure he'll be back. I expect him to reach 2650 in a year or so. Yeah, he'll be back for sure. Arjuna for SL. मेरे को लगा Arjun for SL लिख रहे हो. We were able to draw last game because of time edge. Exactly, that time edge is so important. The same problem VD had in his games earlier this year. He would draw these winning games, lose these draw games because of less time. His opponent suffered the same fate, and it's very clear time is important. If Magnus plays as best Anand is 50, only then I will consider him better than Anand. That is true. That's a fair argument. Who is AD? कह रहे सौम्यदेव दास chat please बताया जाए कौन AD है यार. I thought VD was Prague age. अरे नहीं यार. VD is 27, I think, and Plug is like 17 maybe. Ghana defending hard. Wow. Anish Diri. अभी तो संजू सैमसन ऑफ चेस. अरे यार. Anirban Das Gupta. It's Adiban. Yeah, Adiban. Match 2 है भाई. Match 2 है. Andrew Tate. Okay, going to SL's game. SL अपना हीरो है. It's like SL is like the Mr. Dependable, no? Like SL के लगता है हाँ ये तो सीधी जाएगा नहीं. ऐसी फीलिंग नहीं आ रही. Like he's never worse. He is mostly better. And he squeezes water out of a stone like Carlson. Yeah, but like Mr. Dependable. It's like weird. Like out of all these 4 players, SL was the last guy we would have considered as Mr. Dependable 6 months back. But suddenly he's like, oh, okay. I mean, SL, of course, he should be fine. Yeah, so there's stress in here. AD is simp. Man. What color is your YT play button? Bhai, invisible color. SL Sky, just say, SL is the sky of Indian chess, true. Nihal has become Anish. A prime Gambhir. Wow. I wish Nayan can reach that. He will at sure. I think there'll be a race between Prag, SL and Nihal, yeah? Right, most likely. I've not gotten admission yet. Let's see kya hota hai. Going to the Sasikaran game. Okay, he played Queen C2. Now I guess Rook E8 makes sense. I also can play Bishop E6. That's a logical move as well. And then I play Knight C5, exchange knights. Dude, SL has sponsors. I'm sure he has. It's just कि वो Nihal और Gukesh और इन सब की comparison में कुछ नहीं होंगे. And that is also fair, I think, because he's older. I mean, I never had sponsors, but I saw 12-year-olds getting sponsors, right? It's younger people always have more sponsors. So I think complaining about it will never help. You can always strive for more, but I think focus should be on chess. And I think his focus has been on chess recently, and you can see the results. Once you have performances like these, if India gets gold, why would he not have a crazy sponsor next? There's no reason at all. Going to the game of Vidit. Oh wow, waited. So Vidit took on d6 and played f4. Wow, so he is going for some sort of semi-attack. It's hard for Nihal to set ISO compared to Prag and SL. I have to agree. Nihal's chess has been a bit drawish, but he did play well in the Olympiad, so it's hard to say. You speak like Anish sometime. Dude, I mean, if you admire somebody so much, of course, they will, become a part of you at some point. Hostel में कितने दिनों पे नहाना चाहिए? Tips. यार सर्दियों में तो I used to take a bath every alternate day. There was this guy in my hostel who used to take a bath once every week. And that's why we never became close friends. AD's nice dress. Sasi losing. Nahi re. I don't think so. Okay, maybe I think so. No. Not losing. I think Bishop 5 is a bit risky. So E4. I don't understand the logic of playing Bishop 5. Can't White just go E4 here and gain a free tempo? Because White's plan long term is to play F4, E4 anyways. So I don't see the problem with E4 here. Maybe it's provocative. He's tempting E4 and he maybe thinks that there's some sort of counterplay there. We'll see how it goes. Going to the VD game. Okay, still the same. Nihal game. Nothing has happened since Rook to D8. And now SL game also nothing has happened. Interesting. So Black took on D4 and he took with the E pawn. Wow. Oh, of course he takes with the E pawn. Rook C2. My bad. I forgot Rook C2. Of course, usually we take with the C pawn, right? You want to maintain one pawn island. But yeah, of course, ED4. And this is the position. I think Knight F6 will be played next. And Knight E4. Black will try to trade more pieces. And then double up rooks. Attack C3. Play B6. And bring the king to either E7 square or the D6 square. I think that will be the plan. Sasi is not losing. Chad is slightly worse. Not losing at all. By the way, VD's opponent has played Bishop D7. I think it's time for Queen F3 or Queen H5. And Chad, I have a question for you. Dekhte kaun answer karta hai. Queen H5 here is a good move. I am telling you. Why do you think so? Come on, chat. Let's. Why do you think Queen H5 is a good move here? Internet नहीं चल रहा कोई first match का चलता हो भाई first match में it was a tie 2 each. Interview was good enough. The only thing is competition tough है, so we'll see how it goes. I'll get to know within 3 to 4 weeks. क्या हुआ? Exactly. So you want to threaten mate, of course, but Black can always play G6, right? So what was the point of this? क्या point has move का? The point is you basically weaken all these dark squares. Now you can play Queen H6 and then you can play Rook F3, Rook H3. You can play Knight F3, Knight G5 or Knight F3, Knight E5. And you can use these dark squares as you please. So as simple as that. VD, however, starts with the move A3, which is also very logical. because usually black will try to at some point go c4, b5, a4, b4, and in that moment a3 is played automatically anyways. So it's kind of a prophylactic move, so to speak. And sometimes white can also himself play b4. Probably this is not that occasion, but you can sometimes play b4 yourself for c4, and taki he's, so for example, let's say a6, b4, c4, which is, now you get free e4, yeah? e4 becomes very, very easy because there's no pressure on d4. That's one more idea here. Let's see how black plays it now. Look at time of SL. Let me have a look. Yeah, he's 13 minutes ahead. Although this position is quite simple. Knight b6 played. Wow. I don't like this move because I don't think black should go for this knight against this bishop endgame. After knight c4, I'll just pick this off gladly, happily. Okay, a5, knight c4, and yeah, SL does that. Yeah, SL does that. Yeah, rook c4, I think I can just... How do I block this bishop though? I want to play rook b1, but I can't. So rook c4. Probably just knight e2, knight f4 looks interesting. In fact, the engine says f4. That's also interesting actually. That's also very... If I can lock the bishop on h7, that would be awesome. So very interesting ideas for SL there. I would say he's slightly better for sure. And right now, I think maybe d takes c4 is a better try. Taki you have a square for the bishop on d3. India should win this half or Uzbek spammers will be again here in no time. Really? There are Uzbek spammers? I did not know that. Rapport in the chat. Hello Rapport ji, kya hai? And how's Android 8? Do you think Almira will feel insecure because of Vishy's knowledge while commentating? I don't think so, man. I have commentated with Srinath, Anish, Giri, Vishy, Anand, और मैं तो IM भी नहीं हूँ रे. So I'm sure Almira will not feel that way. It's not the real rapport by. I think that should be obvious. Okay, DC4 played. But I still consider white to be better. Maybe f3, knight e4. You have to block this. Big fan of Uzbekistan. Hello, Abhishek bhai, tum Uzbekistan se ho, really? Going to the game of Sasikiran now. Yeah, he did play e4, so I did not understand the point of bishop f5 now. I don't know what the point was, and white seems to be better here in the Sasi game. हमारा board 4 में कुछ ना कुछ कांड होता रहता है. It's just not our board somehow. But okay, anyway, Sasi is still fighting. Going to Vidi's game, a5 played makes a lot of sense. You also want to play c4, b5. So a3, a5 was usually interposed together. Yeah, when white plays a3, black plays a5. When black plays a5, white plays a3. I saw you turn into rock while commentating with Vishy. Of course I turned into the rock. The rock is the craziest man on the planet. Bhai, I of course turned into the rock. Rock में बनना अच्छी बात है. Last game tie हो गया 1-1. Why are you feeling that all 3 matches will draw and Sasi will lose? Nah, I wouldn't agree with that. Who wins the match is Messi and Ronaldo? Dude, that is hard to say. It's a team event anyways. Vidi must have purchased your course. It's possible, yeah. I should check Gmail. 3 ही boards तक खेलना चाहिए. True. 4th board पनौती है. People trolling you Tiki. अरे मुझे troll करने कोई चक्कर नहीं है. It's all jokes. It's about drive. It's about power कह रहे हैं प्रशीष भाई. Nice. भाई फटरी आवाज आ रही है. फिक्र मत करो यार. It'll be fine. Rocken started singing his iconic song. We stay hungry, we devour. अरे bye. Japan with Germany, I know. 3 ही boards तक खेलना चाहिए. I know, but that's not possible. Going to Nihal's game, what has happened? So after rook to d8, white did take the bishop. A takes, and now a4. He's trying to say, okay, you have some kingside play. I will play a5 myself, and I will try to play on the queen side. So Nihal can consider even going back. It will not be a bad decision, practical decision, because e4, e5 openings are usually equalish. There are many moves which give you equality. You could also play queen f7. I mean, logical. I think this is dead equal position. Are you following FIFA? I'm following the scores, but not ऐसे कोई crazy मैं Woodfall fan नहीं हूँ यार. F3 played, good move by SL again. I think I've repeated it 100 times. Touchwood, well done SL. E4, controlling the e4 square, and maybe knight e4 on a good day as well. And my plan is to put the rook on the b file. I want to pressurize b7, also play rook e1, maybe get to e5, b5, and so on. And I have a protected pass pawn on d4, so this pawn can at the end win me the game. It is totally possible. Good knight against slightly bad bishop. Sasi mistake, really? After rook to d1, he played queen to c8. Honestly speaking, chat, I think knight f4 is probably a really good move here, because you prevent black's main plan, that is bishop h3. I think that's the main issue. I wouldn't say he's lost. I think he's worse clearly, but he wasn't lost because at the end he is still solid, right? He's still solid. White has not done anything yet, but yeah, I think it will be difficult with so less space. He needs to exchange a few pieces. I think he needs to exchange a few pieces. Can he beat Messi and Ronaldo in chess though? Absolutely, but they will have to stay in the same room, no? दूसरे रूम से चीटिंग कर रहे होंगे, मैं को क्या पता है यार. Rapport looks like vampires. नहीं भाई, हमारी chat में भाई इज्जत करो, इज्जत. Going to VD's game, nothing has happened. VD taking his time in the London, yeah. So good to see VD make an impressive comeback in the past few tournaments. He had tough results, but he showed his class. Hard luck prevailed. So happy for him. Exactly, भाई. जैसे ही विराट कोहली फॉर्म में है, VD भी फॉर्म में आ गए भाई. This one is solid and liquid. Okay, anyways. Come on, VD, let's go. Queen H5, चल दो भाई. Did I play it or did he play it? Didn't I say Queen H उसने खेला immediately? What? Didn't I say and immediately he played? What? Am I playing the moves or is VD playing the moves? What? ये कैसे हुआ? Didn't I play the move just? Okay, that's weird. Tiki GM confirm. Yeah, London mein I'm a London GM. I think that's pretty obvious by now, Chad. You can see, yeah. I am a London GM. I'm a London GM clearly. So do check out the course. The link is pinned by B. Become a London GM. Chess ke GM to London ke GM ban jao bhai. Anyways, really bought your course? Yeah, I think so. Looks like it. Looks like it. Going to the game of Nihal. Kal hi kisi ne course liya tha. Actually, somebody bought the course. I'm not kidding. Somebody bought the course yesterday, but naam to Vidit nahi hai. Maybe he bought with an anonymous name. Maybe. Now I think you can go either, but I think h6 ke baad the plan should be simple to go g4 and launch a crazy attack. So I think g6 is more common here, but then I can play queen h6 and try to play on the dark square. So VD is better regardless of what black plays. f5 kheloge to then you will give the e5 square, although f5 is also logical here. Beats connection. Rapport is playing Tanasil Masters next. Nice. It was quite obvious. कह रहे हैं हर्षित भाई, तो हर्षित भाई आप ही खेलो ना फिर. They bought by mistake. They thought it was Levy's course. नहीं भाई, Levy का London, Levy के course काफी अच्छे हैं, but London course तो मेरा better है भाई. Going to Nihal's game. Nothing has happened in Nihal's game since then. Going to SL's game. Nothing has happened in SL's game. Chart देखो. Look at the time on Black's clock. He has 19 minutes. SL has 36. It's literally double the time. London system is entirely video by it's majority video, and trust me on it, once you complete it तुम्हें white से opening के लिए कुछ भी नहीं देखना पड़ेगा. तेरा rating कितना है? FIDE 22 भाई. You give London with Magnus. If I had to play against Magnus Carlsen and if I had to choose one opening where I would have like 1% chance of drawing Carlsen, it will be the London. As simple as that. VD's game will be a draw because London's still gone. I don't think so. I think VD has a better position. He plays f5. Logical move, but you can see now the drawback for this move is long term, I can always still attack you with g4. And also, even if we go into an endgame, let's say any endgame, you have all these pawns on light squares. You can never remove them. How do you get rid of these 3 pawns? You cannot. And that means any endgame will always be slightly better for you. Black can maybe hold a draw or lose. That's it. Another semi-final. Tej bhai, let's not hope so. India is doing well so far. London is the only opening you know. That's not true. I know a few openings, but London is the best. Now, g4 sometimes can be considered because, of course, you can't take here. That would be mate very quickly. A very cute mate nonetheless. And g4 is definitely a possibility. I would not discount VD from playing this. And it is a possibility. Yeah? You play like king h1, rook g1, knight f3, knight g5. It is definitely possible. Depends on what really wants. Yeah, does he want to play strategic normal chess, knight f3, h3, slow, or does he want to go all in? Can you give me a recap? जब तक VD का London game चलता रहेगा, बाकी games में nothing will happen. Let's do a roundup of all the 4 games so far. What if the tournament ended right now? The games ended right now. What will happen? First, with it. Slightly better, but not enough for a clear edge. So I would say this is close to a draw right now. Dude, London GMOP in the chat, bhai. London GMOP abhi ki abhi. अभी भी तुमने कोर्स नहीं लिया तो भाई शर्म है भाई. अब तो मानना पड़ेगा भाई, लंदन जीएम तो बनता है, अब तो मान लो भाई, लंदन सिस्टम आई नो वेरी वेल. टू चेक आउट द कोर्स बाय पिन लिंक. Dude, I told you G4. I literally told you G4. It's not even the engine's top 3, 4, 5 preferences. भाई crazy आदमी हो रहा मैं. Anyways, London GMOP indeed. So VD is slightly better, I would say. Going to Nihal Sarin's game, it's still stuck on the same position. I think it's exactly equal. Both sides of white has some play on the queen side, black has some play on the king side. Going to SL's game, SL is slightly better. Is it good enough for a win? No, but we have seen SL squeeze water out of stone, and he will continue pushing here. Opponent के पास literally time ही नहीं है. Time ही नहीं है. बंदी ने कहा है धनिया लेके आने के लिए, मगर he has no time to get the dhania. The shops are closing, and I think SL has some chances. Going to Sasikiran's game, Sasikiran is worse, but the thing is, he played knight f for rook d8, but so far there's no clear, I would say, it's like a positional advantage, long-term advantage. There's nothing like he pawn down nahi hai, ऐसा नहीं है कि मतलब हार रहा है game on the spot. So Sasikiran should be fine for now, and he has chances to come back. Going to VD's game, G4 happened on the board chat. So far, it seems like VD is equal, Nihal is equal, SL is equal, and Sasikiran is worse. So far, not looking good. But I think we are slightly better on two boards, so it is possible somebody converts. Rook f3 is good, but the thing is, we need to bring more pieces. Khali Rook f3 se nahi hoga. G4 ke baad kya hai? You can basically bring both the rooks into the game. And that's why G4 is good. And you can only do it because the center is closed. And there's no way black can break in the center. G4 is a very practical move. Chat G4 played by white. And black is now thinking. Will VD win with the London? That will be a great feeling for me as well. Somebody bought the course yesterday. I'm not kidding. Somebody bought the course yesterday itself. I will not reveal the name of that person, of course, because koi aur hai. Maybe they don't want to, but regardless. But it's not video, of course. Just kidding. But somebody did. Hans and Tiku next death match. Dude, I think Hans का अलग system है. I think वो सारी opening में ऐसा खेलता है. मैं सिर्फ लंदन में खेलता हूँ. So it doesn't work that way. Nihal is drawish Giri in this tournament. But the thing is, at least he has drawn all games. Yeah, he only lost one. And it's like, he has drawn all games. That sometimes matters. To have that stability ki draw to aa hi raha hai. And because he won in the blitz, we know ki blitz mein he can crush. Really bought on a different name. Possible but unlikely. It's finally time to ask, can VD actually dart steal? I think he can, but filhal ke liye just focus on this. What if it was the Uzbekistan about the course? I don't think so, bhai, because they are not playing the London, so not really. Come on. G4 played. Chat miss keh rahe. Bhai, chat miss ki wale dobara likh diya karo, bhai, copy paste. I think that's the simplest, bhai. Upar dikhta nahi hai re. Champu TV ji kahan hai? G6 played. Okay, interesting choice, because as I mentioned, any sort of endgame for you is bad because you have all pawns on light squares. And what does the bishop feel about G6? Probably not so happy. I think now you can simply play Queen H4. Queen H6 is also possible, but I think Queen H4 is better because you don't allow this option for black. And you just play normal chess. Play on the dark squares. Next you can play H3, King H2 if you want to, or just Rook F2, Rook F1, and you just try to have a strategic advantage. At the correct point, you basically play Knight F3. You play Knight E5. And then you have a slightly better endgame, and you squeeze until you get the last drop out of the position. And this is the typical London position, the typical London system position, always slightly better for white. It's for 1 year, bhai. 1 year is usually when you go for any course in general. Forget my course, any course, chahe wo chess ka ho, normal ho, try to finish it within 1 month. That's my advice. Otherwise, you will not grasp it well. It's not relevant to just chess, yeah. Portugal, Ghana, 0, all halftime. Interesting. At what age did you start playing chess? I played chess for a couple of years as a kid, then I left it for other things, and then I came back at 23. But all thanks to Abdu for not playing. Dude, we also not playing our best team. We're not playing. We could have had VD, Arjun, Hari, and then Gukesh. Imagine 22720 players. So we have also been very light here. Ki bhai theek hai, baki ko chance de rahe hain. ऐसे यूएस चारों टीम खेल लेते तो भाई फिर प्रॉब्लम आती यार. Okay, we should play. Oh, ये मैंने खेला. This is not the move. Queen G5 is probably not the best. Yeah, I mean it is possible. It is also possible actually, but probably Queen H4 is a bit better, a bit more flexible. Going to the game of Nihal Sareen, he played the move Queen F7 instead. Also very logical, just putting that extra amount of pressure on F2. Like if you move the knight now, then automatically this F2 is attacked sometimes. Right now it's defended, of course, but ye pressure hai, and you can also connect the rooks. So very logical move by Nihal there. And knight is at some point will come to F4 via this path or this path. And going to the game of SL, after F3, Rook D5 played, logical move, putting pressure on this, stopping the D pawn, and yeah. And now knight E4 played. Chat, of course, you don't take this knight. That will give SL a clear edge in this center with so many pawns. So black plays F5 instead. That's a much better move, trying to move the knight here. But the issue is, it's very similar to what VD's opponent is doing. Yeah, it does. And Queen H4 played. Dude, can I play on board 1? मुझे खिला लो भाई. मुझे ही खिला लो भाई. मैं ही खेल लेता हूँ ना यार. क्या ही चक्कर है यार. VD को रेस्ट कराओ. Anyways, just kidding. Going to the game of SL again, it's very similar to what's happening in the VD game. Black is putting a lot of pawns on light squares, and what will happen is at some point, if he cannot play G5, for example, if white plays F4 or white plays H4, prevents G5 himself, then the knight will come to F4 and it will be basically untouchable. Imagine the pawn on H5 and the knight on F4. White is clearly better. Or imagine now the knight on E5. Dude, that is just dominating. So you can see many scenarios. That's why he plays F4, opening up it immediately. But now I can come back to E4, and I think white is still slightly better, although black is also fine. Going to Sasi's game, yeah, so Rook D8, Rook C1, very normal moves. This is a typical Catalan kind of position, yeah, so to speak, where white is always slightly better, Catalan gone wrong. Sasi will have to fight for a long game. Hope that, you know, he has to maintain his time. Yeah, he should not fall back on the time too much, just like VD. That's very important. Going back to VD's game, Queen H4 played now, and it's black to play. I think from black's perspective, either he could try to trade queens, Queen E7, or he could try to take on D4 and then try to basically start pushing. Yeah, like on the C file, Rook C8 maybe is possible. Rook F7 also a clever move. I have 15-20 days old. Am I 16 rated? Easily. 15 to easily, bhai. 15 is enough. I think you can, if you, easily you can finish it within 1 week, even if you spend like half an hour a day. I think that's more than 45 minutes a day. That's enough. Of course, for practice games to khelni hai, that will continue, but I think at the end course is enough. Other winning from his scores, but he himself not live is unfair. Kya bhai? Rook in H file. Yeah, I think that is also a possibility. Yeah? You never discount this. But the thing is, right now, black can defend easily. So you don't want to hurry with this, and you just play the knight to F3 first, bring this rook into the game, and slowly decide. First match was a tie, chat. First match was a tie. Uzbekistan team is clearly underrated. That is not up for debate, chat. The Uzbekistan team is clearly underrated. They won the Olympiad even though they were like 30th or 40th seed. That is not up for debate. The question is, can India defeat them though? They lack their critical player Abdusattorov, but we also lack a couple of critical players, so it's kind of a even match. And first time in the group stage we got destroyed 3.5. Last match was a tie 2 each. Great win by SL and huge defense by VD. And now this is very important. Queen trade, maybe you can also go for the endgame. If Queen E7, yeah, I could totally take and go for the endgame slightly better. But then I will not probably end up mating black at least. I'll have to squeeze it in the endgame. So it depends on what VD's plan is. If he wants, he can totally play Queen G3 back and then play H4, H5, Knight F3 and continue the attack. It depends on what VD wants. How does he feel? Does he feel in the mood for an attack, or does he feel like playing normal endgames? SL game. Let's go to SL game. Brief look at Nihal, by the way. Okay, nothing has happened. SL. By the way, after they go. Knight E4. And black here, according to the engines, Rook E8 is the best move. But I'll tell you why no human will play this. Because Rook E8, just Rook E1. And you still can't take. And that is why this position is better for SL. Because practically it is better. Even though the engine says it's exactly in the middle. मैं अपनी मुंडी डालूंगा तो exactly middle में आ जाएगी. But practically, this is a weak pawn. The bishop cannot capture. And white has now can even play Rook B1. Rook HB1 is incoming. Then Rook B4 putting pressure on C4. You can see suddenly this is not going to be easy. And we already have a protected pass pawn on D4. So this all system, only white can win. And black plays rook c6, and suddenly I assume rook hb1 seems to be the most obvious move. I think anybody can figure it out. You want to attack this weakness, and if black were to play, I don't know, rook c7 or whatever, then rook b4 attacking this pawn, and then rook a4 attacking this pawn, you slowly try to squeeze everything out of it. फर्स्ट रिजल्ट क्या है स्क्रीन पे लगा दो भाई, डन लगा दो। यो अक्षत भाई व्हाट्स अप, फर्स्ट मैच का वाज अ टाई चैट, first match was a tie. I don't want to add the screen score on screen because of superstitions, let's put it that way. Try to understand, जो हम रख रहे हैं बढ़िया चल रहा है वैसे ही रहने दो and let's just focus. मैं 1000 बार बोलूंगा रिजल्ट भाई, इंडिया टाइड द फर्स्ट मैच 2 each. बाय द वे चाइल्ड, वहां पे चाइना उनका भी बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग चल रहा है, 2 बोर्ड पे चाइना जीत रहा है, 2 बोर्ड पे स्पेन जीत रहा है, वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग. गोइंग टू द गेम ऑफ Sasikiran now. He plays bishop c5. That's a very active move. So he's trying to fight back. That's a good sign. Hopefully he can trade a piece. The more Sasikiran trades, the better it is for him. He can trade a couple of pieces of rooks, couple of minor pieces. That will be awesome. Space बहुत कम है हमारे पास. And unless you're Elon Musk, you cannot go to space again and again. So going to the game of video. Oh, by the way, Black took on g4. Very interesting choice. And I assume the plan is to take on d4. If he doesn't take on d4 right now, if I manage knight f3, I think at some point might even turn from bad to worse, yeah? Sasi, big blunder. Okay, I don't think it's big blunder. Okay, it's also better. Nihal is still equal. Going to the VD game. Chat so far, all bets are off. All 4 boards. Anything could happen. Chat stream like kar do bhai. Let's get to 400 likes, 500 likes. And if you're here for the first time, do hit the subscribe button. Let's go. आज तक highest watching, I think it's 3.2k, right? I think 3.2k थी. Queen g4, and now chat, imagine if black does nothing. Your moves are simple. You play rook f2, you double up rooks, you put the knight on e5 or g5. You can even use the h pawn for an attack because it's much more difficult for black to get the pieces to attack your king than yours. If these 2 pawns disappear, I would say it's probably in white's favor still. But okay, it's double-edged if you calculate well. Hopefully they're going to blitz and Setu plays. Setu will not play, man. Setu is not playing. I think Setu is not playing for sure. Yo Hemang bhai, Varechus, कैसे हो भाई? Why not? I have no clue. कब थी 3.2? I think it was Norway chess के time पे थी. टिक्कू फॉर बोर्ड 4. बोर्ड 4 पे किसी को भी बिठा देते भाई. पिले ही जा रहे हैं बोर्ड 4 पे यार. VD has gone ahead on the clock. That's a positive sign. You can clearly see black is trying to go the best strategy. It's difficult to play against the London man because people just... by the way, important, yeah, somebody is saying e5. So you attack this queen and you basically try to liberate. But keep this in mind. I can simply take this. I don't know which pawn do I take with, but I can probably just take f takes and d takes. And I still think it is slightly better for white. Now, is this drawable? Yes. It is possible that black draws, but I still think white is tiny bit better in that game. So e5 is interesting. Of course, if he manages e4, that will be awesome. Maybe d takes e5 is better than bishop g4, d takes. And now if you play, let's say, rook a d8, now you play e4. Yes, this looks better. This looks better. Exactly. This looks better. And you defend it temporarily for now at least. And white is again slightly better. Not much, but slightly better, yeah? 3.2 का तो नहीं टूटेगा आज तो नहीं यार. निहाल ब्लंडर, क्या बात कर रहे हो भाई? अबे डराओ मत रे यार तुम. ये कौन है यार? ये कौन था निहाल ब्लंडर? अमन शर्मा जी, क्या हो गया भाई? भाई क्या दुश्मनी है भाई? नाइट h2 खेला है लौंडे ने. नाइट f4 खेल दो, d5 खेल दो, किंग h7 खेल दो, डजंट मैटर भाई. निहाल इज एब्सोल्युटली फाइन. इट्स डेड इक्वल. Sasi fighting back. Dekho, Sasi's, yeah, a3 was a bit slow, but also logical. And now bishop g4 is a tempting choice. I think attacking the rook and saving the bishop pair, so to speak. And yeah, the game goes on. The game goes on. I told you, it's not clear-cut victory. Ki bhai, ye tuck khela and it's over. It's advantage for white, but it's a long-term advantage, and it will take some immense play for white to prove it over the board. This is the current position in the VD game. Going to the SL game now. Nothing has happened since rook c8, but look at the time. 28 minutes for SL and 12 minutes for his opponent. Dude, that's crazy. I think SL, if SL wins again, तो भाई SL का नाम पूरी दुनिया में फैला दो भाई. क्या आदमी है भाई, जीते ही जा रहा है भाई. अच्छा खेल रहा है यार. Do you refer the engine? Of course, by there are sometimes tactical variations I could never calculate in such time. Top, even these players wouldn't be able to sometimes. So मेरी क्या औकात है भाई? Setu shouldn't be play this tie break. He will not play. He will not play, bhai. He will not play. Board 4 is jinx. Everyone is losing there. I think it's just कि board 4 हमारा थोड़ा lower seed है, and Sasikiran has not played too much chess recently as compared to youngsters. So if you had a youngster there, of course they would play better. We are used to them playing so well. I know कैस भाई. बैन अमन शर्मा नहीं भाई. मेंबरशिप दे दो भाई. एक बंदे को हमेशा गिफ्ट करना पॉसिबल है YouTube यार. Where did you apply to mix the context? Bhai, I applied for an MBA college, bhai. Magnus means greatest in Latin. Wow. What does Sahil mean in Latin? Please don't tell me like pumpkin. Queen G4 played. 16 minute है black के पास. 5 minute edge for VD now. 5 minute edge. Chat, ध्यान रखो. Nihal has been so solid in this tournament. I hope at least a draw आएगा वहाँ से. And then if VD and SL can win, then yeah. Sahil means bro zone. ये क्या भाई? जर्मनी से. हाँ भाई, दैट्स द प्लान. जी मैट दे रहे हो. नाइस भाई. 2 भाई. साहिल मीन्स पू भाई. ये चले क्रिश भाई. जस्ट बिकॉज नाम हीरो का है डजंट मीन काम तुम्हारे हीरो के लग नहीं रहे मुझे भाई. शशि बैक नाउ रियली. Oh, look at this. After bishop g4, apparently knight e2 was the best move. He played rook e1 and now queen to d7 attacking the bishop. And it seems that Sasi is back in the game. Absolutely, because after queen d7, where does the bishop go? It has no squares. You can't play rook d1. You have to play bishop e3, and that's exactly what Sasi wants. A few exchanges. Nice, 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 nice. In fact, knight h5. एक और exchange कर लेते भाई. एक के लगे 2. Anyways, let's go back to the current position, although it's far away from reality as of now. Going to the game of Vidit again. What happened? He took on d4. He took on d4. Now chat. यहाँ पे maybe taking with the c pawn is better. E pawn से मार सकते हो, but this pawn might turn out to be weak. We won't be able to play knight f3. And luckily, because we have played a3, there's no knight b4 idea. So c takes might be the better move. Right now is 0 each chat, 0 each. Now हमारे बोर्ड्स पे चारों बोर्ड सेंटर के आसपास हैं, बट चाइना वाले में एक बोर्ड पे तो भाई चाइना is completely winning already. So it's like China is moving towards the finals with 2 boards where one is they are completely winning and one they are close to winning. He takes rook c1. I think rook c1 is not probably in my mind. You could play it, of course, but I would first probably play knight f3. I think that's something I really want to play quickly. Can Vidi force draw? I don't think Vidi should force a draw. He has a very comfortable position over the board and on the clock. I think he should play a long game. Taki, if he has to take some risks to win the match, he can. Because Baki board pe, I think Nihal is looking close to equality. It's typical Nihal position. SL is looking slightly better. By the way, he played rook e1 instead of rook hb1, which I think is slightly worse. I think rook b1 is better. And now rook h5, good move by black, trying to attack the pawn. And if h3, then you have this weakness to attack later on. Sahil Veer singer for life in German. Kuch bhi bhai. Nihal is playing too safe here. I know it's too safe, but I think so far it has worked. So I would not change that. The last thing we need is Nihal to lose, yeah? That's not what we need. First round was a tie, 2 each. That means whosoever wins this round, goes to the finals. Simple. Okay, let's go. Oh man. First round China lost or what? No, first round China का भी tie था भाई. उनका भी tie था. But this one they are winning. So they will go to the finals most likely. IIM में क्या बुराई है? भाई IIM की बात नहीं यार. Work culture की बात है. इंडिया का work culture बहुत अजीब है रे. I can't have work calls at 9 PM. At least that's my perspective. मेरे से नहीं होता यार वो कि भाई 9 बजे ही बॉस की सुनो, सुबह 7 बजे कभी भी कुछ भी काम. It's a team game. You don't have to choice. You have to play safe. I know exactly. China is playing Spain, by the way, chat. China is playing Spain. Going to Vidit's game again. He's still thinking. I think CD4 should be played because ED4, this is a bit weak, man. Like, now I'm not sure if VD is even better. So I think CD4 should be obvious. RNG कह रहे हैं 700 की वॉचिंग है, लाइक करने को बोलो चैट. RNG की बात सुने, प्लीज लाइक करें. लेट्स गेट टू 500 लाइक्स. पिज्जास +1. I've never seen rapid games being this boring. This time is doing the, not gonna lie. To be honest, it feels that way until this moment when we reach that one person gets to 9 minutes. If you see what happens afterwards, you will see it's not boring at all. I think starting part to hota hi hai when they are 45 minutes, but slowly it builds up. So I like the tension. अगर draw हुआ तो blitz होगा chat. If it's 2-2 tie again, then we have a blitz at 12 a.m. So that will be crazy. Yesterday India won, but this time it will be insane. Real ID से Sahil bhai Haryan बन के बताओ. Quick summary so far. VD is slightly better. Nihal is equal. SL is equal. And Sasikan is slightly worse if he does not find one good move. By the way, SLA case में after the move h3, bishop e4 was played, which was a slight mistake. After pawn takes, यहाँ पे rook takes is also possible. Okay, pawn takes, rook g5, rook e2. I think rook at g5 is the plan, and black is winning a pawn maybe. भाई स्कोर कार्ड में क्या दिख रहा है? Now, if blitz game are tied, there will not be an Armageddon. There will be another blitz game. So always all 4 players will play. There will not be one guy playing. Thai bhai keh rahe, I love you Sashi. Let's see what Sashi is doing. He found the best move. Sasi Kiran playing an insane move. Knight to h5. Not an easy move to find at all. Thanks a lot for welcoming to Tiki Tribes. IPL Law bhai. Thanks for the support. Means a lot. भगवान आपको बहुत सारे बढ़िया लॉ दे भाई. Thanks a lot भाई. Knight h5, excellent move, exchanging pieces. That's all we need, exchanging pieces. Going to the game of Vidit again. He's still thinking. I think c takes d4 should be pretty obvious. Let's go VD. Nihal worse. देखो, Nihal has been worse like this in almost all the games, and then he somehow comes back. So I'm not too worried yet. Let's see क्या होता है. ओ अच्छा, सॉरी, मैंने रियलाइज ही नहीं किया भाई कि मैंने क्या बोल दिया. मतलब बी द लॉ, लेट द लॉज बी इन योर फेवर भाई. ऐसा कुछ बोलना था भाई, मैंने ध्यान ही नहीं दिया. क्या क्या मतलब होता है भाई. ची वर्ल्ड ससी 2800 प्लस. नो, ही वाज 2700 प्लस. यस, पिज्जा और छोले भटूरे. पिज्जा आई थिंक इज टेस्टियर. Come on. VD, we cannot spoil the time edge. Let's go CD4. Take it back. What else is he considering? There's only 2 captures. Why D4? Weaken this pawn. Rook F6, Rook F8. आज गाना भी अपसेट करेगा ये फाइनल करके. कोई 2 फ्रीक्वेंट की होंगी एट दिस पॉइंट. इसके पॉइंट क्लासिकल में ऐड होंगे, नहीं रैपिड में काउंट होंगे. चैट, आपने कौन सा टेस्ट दिया था भाई? मैंने किसके लिए टेस्ट भाई? भाई जिंदगी तो इम्तिहान रोज लेती रहती है चैट. जिंदगी का इम्तिहान तो रोज देते ही रहते हैं. Come on. Really faster, man, faster. Going to Nihal's game. Yes, I think White has a lot more space on the king side. It is a difficult, not a difficult, but a position जहाँ पे कुछ करने का मौका खास है नहीं निहाल के पास. He just has to wait and hope for the best. Going to SL, by the way. Oh, after rook e2, rook g5 played. And now chat, this is the critical position because this pawn is lost. You can't play rook g1 because of f3 ideas. And yeah, this is looking, also a5 is hanging. So you have to play the move e5 as the best move. Rook g2 and then rook to f1. This is the only sequence of moves that gives SL equality. So black ने काफी complication कर दी है यहाँ पे. Rook a4 also gives equality actually, but I think that is probably also possible, I guess. But I think not easy for SL. I think this is becoming closer to a draw now. Going to the game of Sasi Kiran, knight f6 which 1 here. White is still thinking. Sasi has less time on the clock. Now you can see less than 10 minutes. It's risky. Going to VD's game. Bhai, VD game chalte hain. Oh, he took with the e-pawn. Wow, he took with the e-pawn. Not the best of decisions. Rook f6 played now. Rook f2, Rook f1. And this is the current position. The problem with this structure is, usually this is the better way to play chess. But if this pawn was here, I'd gladly capture. But the problem now is, I can't push this knight. Because once you play knight f3, rook takes f4 will happen. If I could magically put the knight on e5, then I would say, yeah, ef4 is absolutely awesome. But I think that's the issue. I can't put my knight on f3 now. So VD will have to come up with some clever way to do it. I don't know how he does it though. दिल्ली ओपन खेलोगे? नहीं यार, आई विल नॉट प्ले दिल्ली ओपन अनफॉर्चुनेटली। चाइना क्या है, उनके जीएम से इंटरनेशनल जीएम टूर्नामेंट्स नहीं खेलते तो अनरेड होते हैं, फिर टूर्नामेंट्स में आके तोड़ते हैं, बट दैट आल्सो मींस कि उनको एक्सपोजर नहीं है, सो दे माइट नॉट बी इन ग्रेट पीक प्लेइंग फॉर्म एंड आल्सो स्ट्रेस मैनेजमेंट के चक्कर रहेंगे, दे माइट फंबल अंडर इंपॉर्टेंट प्रेशर सिचुएशंस, बट दैट्स नॉट द केस टुडे। वहां पे वो जीत रहे हैं बोर्ड 1 पे। Sethu not playing, we will win. Let's see. Sasi Kiran, by the way, has played one excellent move here to come back. And now the problem is VD is equal. He's not worse. But how does he put on the pressure? I just don't see it. I just don't see it. I need the knight on e5 to put on the pressure. I just don't see how you're going to get the knight to e5. When you laugh, you raise your eyebrows less like... I notice it, yeah. I raise my eyebrows a lot. I think I should... I don't know. It's become a reflex action. I should not do it. आदत हो जाएगी रे. Every time निहाल comes back, टिक्कू भाई का कुछ तो जानकारी है, कुछ हमें नहीं है. Come on भाई, 13 मिनट रह गए हैं भाई. आपको 15 वीडी के पास. Fake laughter side effects. Nihal losing, it seems. By what does it seem? By वही position है. It's not losing. Yeah, it's not losing. Don't worry. This is London. How you expect to put pressure? अरे भाई C से मारना था ना यार. He spoiled it. I think he spoiled it. If he had taken with the C pawn, I think he would have a great chance to put pressure. करण अग्रवाल भाई, तुम्हारे पास मेरी बंदी है ना भाई, वो करोड़ कमाती है भाई, उससे मेंबरशिप ले लो भाई. इंडिया एंड विनिंग, जिंक्सिंग उज़्बेक कह रहे हैं. दिस इज ऑफ डार्क. वाह, इतना डीप कैसे चले गए तुम? क्या हुआ है अभी तक? अभी भाई पहले सोलर सिस्टम बना, फिर धरती आई, फिर इंसान आए, फिर बाद में एक बंदे ने पूछा चैट में, भाई अभी तक क्या हुआ? एक्सपोज दरी कैंसर नहीं रहे, उसकी गर्लफ्रेंड का काम होगा. Come on, really faster. Going to the game of Nihal Saring. कुछ हुआ नहीं है. By the way, Nihal का time is too much, yeah. 17 minutes. That's a plus point. So VD is 2 minutes up on the clock. 3 minutes now. Nihal is like double the time, in 9 minutes up on the clock. SL is 11 minutes up on the clock. By the way, he found these moves. He found E5 and then Rook F1. एसएल को नोबेल प्राइज दिया जाए. नोबेल प्राइज दिया जाए उनको भाई, प्लीज. गजब ही आदमी है रे. दिस increment of 10 seconds. Yes. Secret engine. The thing is, if you manage to capture on F4, the king gets cut off. That's one more benefit. So yeah. Going to game of Sasi Kiran now. अब वाइट भी थोड़ा सस्पेंस में आ गया भाई. ये क्या हो गया भाई? 95 कहां से आ गया? And यहाँ पे भी we are like 12 minutes up. So board 1, 2 and 3 we are clearly up on the clock. I think board 4 ही चक्कर है. China by the way is winning on 2 boards and losing on 1. So China will most likely win 2.5, 1.5. ताक में खुजली क्यों हो रही है यार? Do you believe in God? Yes. God will help us win by. Starts doing puja. Oh, by the way, what happened? No. After this, he played Rook F1, Knight E7. I think he's planning to go to F5, Queen G5. Interesting choice. Is he planning to go to E5 but Knight F5 anyways, right? Round up and status. Bhai dekho, chat dekho, I'll tell you what happens. India, Uzbekistan. Uzbekistan has usually destroyed India. In the group stage, 3.5-half. Round 1, it was a tie in the semifinals, 2 each. VD played a spectacular comeback to get a draw. SL played a marvelous game. Sethu lost, and it was a 2-2 tie. China, Spain also tie. Now China is winning, so they will go to the finals. India have 4 boards. Vilt against Yakubov is still equal. Nihal against Sindharov is slightly worse for Nihal, but I think it's close to equal. SL is actually slightly better now. So he's putting on the pressure yet again. Nobel Prize for SL in the chat. And then you have Sasi Kiran, who's also trying to fight back. Finally, a board 4 we can trust. Just kidding, bhai, of course. And going to the game of SL. Let's have a look how this happened. And look at this. Black panicked. अगर अभी नहीं भागा तो कभी भागने को नहीं मिलेगा. And he played King F7. Oh, यहाँ पे D5 was winning. यहाँ पे D5 was winning on the spot. He missed it. He missed d5. Oh, but okay, rook f4 also better for white. King e6, and now maybe just rook f2, and I think it's better, but it's not winning. It's not winning. कोई टेस्ट ही थी आपने 4 घंटे पढ़ के, वो तो पहले का था, बहुत पहले था यार. ये क्या है हर्षित भाई, तुम ही दोगे क्या उसको? तुम ही दे देना भाई. नोबेल प्राइज वापस ले लो. ये आई थिंक वापस लेने की बात बारी आ गई है. d5 was winning on the spot. He missed it, man. I really hope he can convert this still, because he will be really disappointed otherwise. Going to the game of Sasikiran. Sasikiran is back. Opponent बहुत time ले रहा है यहाँ पे. That is a good sign. That means he's not able to find a way to take the edge, and he's also going to go time on the low on the clock. So that means there will be less pressure on Sasikiran. Going to Vidit's game. Knight f5 played. Black is slowly gaining the initiative. Vidit has to come up with some good moves. Now he would love to play knight f3 here and get to e5, but it doesn't work because of h6. That's a very tricky trap by black, and once you play queen g4, then knight e3 is a tricky fork. So Vidi has to be careful not to play knight f3, just a trap. You still can't do it. You still can't do it. Knight e3 is incoming anyways in many occasions. So rook f3 maybe now. मेरे मुंह में खेले जा रहा है वीडी भाई. भाई वीडी is literally copying me, isn't he? Isn't he just copying me, chat, at this point? Isn't he just copying me at this point? करंट छड़ा छोड़ दिया एसएल ने, ये तो है भाई. सेतु देगा, क्या देगा भाई? आज का वीडी का वाइट से गेम तो डर लग रहा है. That is true. नाइट को भी मारना, I wouldn't say it's the best decision. हमारा स्ट्रॉन्ग बिशप है. Let's not give it away. The thing is, if this knight was here, then yes, I would take on f5. But until then, not really. See you, MNC. भाई देखते हैं भाई क्या बनेंगे यार. Going to the game of Nihal Sareen, something has happened after a long while. c4, d5, rook to d2. And there's some pressure on these pawns. So it's not a one-way street just yet. e5 also defended for now. So Nihal is, I would say, close to equality, than better for white, I would say. Going to SL's game, what's happening, chat? What's happening? Rook takes, rook f8, rook takes, king takes, rook g3, only move for black. Now this pawn is hanging, this pawn is very important. He gives a check. King d5 is the only move. He blunders with rook d7. Rook b8 is better for SL again, and he finds it. SL is close to winning yet again. He's close to winning yet again. What the hell? Because the idea is, if you allow me to capture, I will chop off everything. If king c7, rook f8 now. And the threat is to basically push these pawns. Rook h3, and it's still close to equality, but SL is calling the shots. If anybody wins, it's SL. Now rook d3 is the only move. Rook f7 check. King d6, d6. Chat, look at these passed pawns. It's very clear only white can win this. I hope SL finds this sequence of moves. Going to the live position right now. Rook b8 has been played. We flip the board quickly before something happens, and this is the position. Going to Sasikiran's position right now. He's also fighting back. b4 ke baad bishop b6 best move, and white is thinking. In fact, white only has one move to maintain equality. Everything else is better for Sasi now. He's also fighting back. Going to the game of Vidit Gujarati now. He's managed queen e5. Good thing, because we want to trade queens now. If he captures pawn se maar ke bhai party karenge raat ko. So let's see what happens. He will probably not take queens. He'll go to e7 or b8. First match was a draw, chat. First match was a draw. And whosoever wins this match goes to the finals to play China, who has taken a 1-0 lead against Spain. All 4 games in the balance. We don't know who will end up winning, but SL surely is the first guy to take the edge. King c7 played. Now he needs to find rook f8 or rook g8. 18 minutes for SL. SL is the guy who has had all the time in the world in this tournament. I don't know how he did it, but crazy chess by SL. Going to VD, Queen e5. I think SL is that guy जो होता है ना, जब इंडियन क्रिकेट टीम में कोई बंदा इंजर हो जाता है, and then that guy comes up and destroys everyone, starts hitting sixes on every ball, and suddenly he's the star. SL seems to be that guy. And he's also old, so Surya Kumar Yadav kind of makes sense. Yeah, true. Touchwood. Going to Vidit's game. Trade queens. Karna trade. Karna. I don't know what I'm doing. Nick the Rise. ये क्या celebrity के नाम लेती है अनीशा? I don't even figure it out. किसी का नाम सुना ही नहीं होता रे. SL is का सूर्य कुमार यादव of Team India. Exactly. बड़े आदमी. Oh, queen e7. Okay. Not so bad. I mean, I don't know. I can still play normal chess. I just play normal. Rook f2 maybe. I mean, looks okay. आप दो ना Expand your horizons. अरे यार मैं कोई ब्लैक होल हूं क्या? Expand your horizons. Going to the game of Nihal Sareen. क्या कर रहा है निहाल? Okay, rook after the move, rook f7 played, rook queen c2, and I think he's planning to double up on the f file, I assume. रन के बाद हमें भूलना, अरे कहां से बढ़ेंगे बड़े आदमी. Going to the game of SL, he finds rook to g8. One of these moves was the best, and he found rook g8 chat. And now, I think SL is very close to winning. Very close. Just a couple of slight inaccuracies from black and it will be completely winning. Let's see what happens. It's still very double-edged though. Black also has potential here to blockade these pawns and our king is cut off. So it's not a one-way street just yet, but SL is on top of this game. So I got sick Nick subbed and performed so well. He has a permanent seat now. Interesting. Going to the game of Sasikiran. Okay, he seems to have equalized completely. Anisha, कोलकाता में टूर्नामेंट देखने जा रहे हो क्या? Queen e7 के बाद chat. Let's see what happens. VD's game is equal. I think from VD's perspective, to maintain this equal position is the best way to do this. Maybe Sasikiran wins and others draw, then he doesn't need to push anything. Just play normal chess. Don't do something fancy. निहाल का टाइम लूज करो कोई 1 मिनट. अरे नहीं रे, निहाल का टाइम मौसम है रे. So far, chat, I have to say it looks good for Team India. Touchwood, it really looks good. अरे H4 नहीं रे. Chat, H4 is apparently a blunder. यहाँ पे King D2 खेलना था. Wow. King D2 खेलना था यहाँ पे. SL has made a mistake. But now Black has to take on C3. Will he have the guts to take this pawn with 4 minutes on the clock and allow White to take on G7? I am not so sure about that one. It's not a human decision at all. No wonder SL played H4. It's not easy, but I think he has to take it because Rook D3 option rahega hamesha. He has to take this pawn or it's lost. Going to Sasikiran's game. Queen B2. Sasikiran is slowly gaining the edge now. Knight E6 and he's better. Sasikiran is slowly better now. Yo Ashlesh bhai, kya hal hai? Yo Milan bhai, that's just I feel very lucky to have that bhai. SL winning on time. Yeah, he's way ahead on the clock as well. Going to Nihal's game. Nihal has broken with C5 and White has only one move to maintain the edge. That's B5. Everything else is equalizing. Going to VD's game. Knight to B3 played. That's a very weird move. Oh, he wants to play Knight C1, Bishop back and Knight D3. Very tricky. But will Black allow this? I'm not sure. If VD gets the Knight to E5, then dance karenge. Yo Tanish bhai, what's up? Oh, White plays B5, so White maintains the edge. And now what do? The queen side is closed up. There's only a pawn back for White, none for Black. You still don't have any clear play on the king side. Nihal needs to maintain the tension and not worry too much. Play normal moves like Queen D6 and so on and wait to see what happens on the other boards. Going to the game of SL. By the way, Black did not play Rook takes E3. I told you it's not a human move. He plays King E6 and now Rook E8 check. Excellent move by SL. King D7 के बाद क्या खेलेंगे? I think that's the important detail now. Probably one minute end. अरे एक दिन करना है, बड़ा मजा आएगा. नाकामुरा होगा वहाँ पे. It will be all the Indian youngsters. It will be fun. Chat, like the stream, and if you're here for the first time, do hit the subscribe button. Become a part of our family. Let's get to 30k subs as soon as possible. Thanks a lot for the support, and let's go. 2 minutes for SL's opponent. Will SL be the star again, man? He's playing insane chess. VD has managed to bring the knight to C1. Now, whose knight is stronger? The knight on D6, the knight coming to E5. It's not clear. नाकामुरा को देखने में हल्का सा इंटरेस्ट नहीं है, तो कोई ना, मम्मी ध्यान को देख लेना. Knight D6 now chat. Queen थोड़ी ट्रैपिंग मैनूवर में आ रही है, थोड़ा ध्यान रखें. Better to get the queen back. निहाल अंडर 1 minute सुपर सैयन ट्रू. आज 300 से 800 कैसे हो गए? क्या हो गया भाई 800? Okay, Nihal still fighting, still fighting. SL का opponent deep सोच में, less than 2 minutes for him now. Going to Sasikiran, who has a slightly better position. That's crazy. She's like, no. नहीं, more decision चाहिए. General impression of any chess player. That was Sethu's impression blending the game. Just kidding, bhai. Sethu, if you're listening, just kidding, bhai. Sorry, yaar. I had to do it, sorry. Going to the game of Vidit Gujarati. This is the current position. Like the stream, support him so here. He's not. नहीं, वो तो करूँगा. But I think, yeah, channel में चला रहा है भाई. China versus Spain is 1.5 half. And China is winning on one of the boards, so I think, and it's draw. So China is completely winning this match, and they will go to the finals. Can India also go? That is the question. If Magnus Bhaiya would come make time, अरे ऐसी कौन सी ये क्या भैया के लिए कितना time रे? Ronaldo scores, अरे nice. Going to the SL game. By the way, Chad is completely winning. What the hell is King F5? This is like lage haath game haath mein dena. D5 and resigns. SL has to play D5 now, chat. Just play D5, it's over. It's over, it's completely over. D5, what do you do as black? I just don't see what you do now. The king is cut off, the rook is far away. D5, D6, rook E7, D7, E6, rook E8, D8. I think that should work, yeah? Black pawns are so far away. There's nowhere close to even queening. Is this over, I think? D5 should be winning on the spot. मैं बता रहा था वीडियो और हैंड्स क्यों बदनाम है. एसएल की बीच चेक कराओ. एसएल फ्रॉम प्रेसिडेंट नहीं रहे. आई एम सेंडिंग ऑल योर सेतु इंसल्ट क्लिप्स टू सेतु नाउ. अरे लव यू सेतु भाई. प्ले वेल बट इस बार आपका दिन टूर्नामेंट नहीं था भाई. 1 minute versus 17 minute demolition. हाँ भाई टाइम भी कम है. But he has to play D5. Otherwise it will again become complicated and it will be a bit complicated now. Let's play D5 quickly and just finish it off. Going to Sasi's game. White has 7 minutes, black has 5. So this game is also turning up to be very sharp. Nihal, we need a draw from you, man. That's all we need. We don't need to win. I think draw will be enough most likely. Draw le lena bhai, harna nahi. He has not played yet. Going to VD's game. VD's game is also critical. 8 minutes for VD, almost 6 for his opponent. 2.5 minute edge there. विराट जीता है. विराट की इक्वल है चैट. दिस गेम इज इक्वल. एसएल तो ऐसा खेल रहा है, मैंने उसको भी याद है. ट्रू. India so far, chat, let's do an update. Let's see if the games were to finish right now, who would win. VD seems to be equal, so half a point. Nihal is slightly worse, but I think I don't know what to say about this game. I think Nihal has drawn most games, so I would say he will draw, so 1 each. SL is oh, he's over. D5 played. Rook C3, E6. It's over. SL is completely winning. I think it's time to resign for black. Now we go to Sasi Kiran's game and he's also equal. So this seems equal. So far, it seems like we are winning by 2.5, 1.5. But of course, I'm assuming Nihal draws that game, which is not easy for him. Come on. Tikus Bhai has been the best. Thanks a lot, Vinny Bhai, for the kind words. अरीना बोला क्या वो पता नहीं है. बाद में देखेंगे भाई. निहाल को आने तो 1 मिनट पर tables will turn. Let's see. Oof, man, this is looking so exciting. SL भाई क्या खेल रहा है यार. Crazy chess. Look at his time. तुम बोर्ड छोड़ो, तुम पोजीशन छोड़ो कि वो +9 है. Look at the time. 17.5 minutes against 11 seconds. Going to VD. VD blunder. Where is the blunder? I don't see the blunder. Show me the blunder. कहीं नहीं है भाई. The only blunder is thinking too much. Come on. That's why C takes was important. He फालतू में E takes मारा. SL has won, chat. SL has won. We have 1 point on the board. 1 point on the board for Team India. SL strikes again. SL OP in the chat भाई. क्या आदमी क्या खेला है भाई. इसके बिना तो we will not be in the quarterfinals. What a beautiful player, man. Beautiful game, sorry. SL won. Crazy game there. The finish would have been King E8 and D6, D7, Rook F8 and Queen. So, crazy victory by SL there. That means we have 1 up. We need 1.5 more points, chat. 1.5 point और चाहिए to go to the finals. 1 more for equalizing and going to the tie breaks. कहाँ से आएगा? पहले 1 point और 1.5 point ensure करना है. Sasikiran right now is slightly better. In fact, he's much better, slowly moving towards a better position. Let's hope Sasikiran also kind of pulls through. Nihal fighting for equality. I hope he does. The position seems to be that it's possible to hold. Going to Nihal with his position. He plays Queen G5, which is a slightly worse position for VD now. But still, maybe holdable. I still don't see a clear plan for Black to get a better position. Engine shows it's minus 0.8, but I just don't see it. I mean, what if I just play 92? Like, how do you get a better position? I just don't see it. It's still equal according to me, I think. Yeah, Queen F7 is the logical move. Now I can just defend with 92. No big deal. Sri Lanka OP kya hai? Acha SL, okay. What is this round also draws? Then we have Blitz 3+1. That will be insane. Going to Sasi's game, we have King H1. Now A5, C5. Both give Sasikiran an edge. A clear edge in the position. Let's see, can he finish it off? Going to Nihal's game. Nihal is fighting for equality. If Nihal draws this chat, there's a high possibility we will either draw or win. So Nihal ka point is very important. SL New India number 1 itna bhi nahi yaar. We takes long time for move, it makes position worse. That is true. Usually that's true. By the way, Queen F7, Queen E5, he's offering a draw to Black here. I think repetition Queen E7, Queen G5. He's literally offering a draw. He might have seen SL has won, and that's why he's not doing much now. Clever tactics by our Vidit Gujarati, not trying to do much. Nihal fighting chat. Nihal trying to hold on for his dear life. And I think he can. He still can hold here. I think H4, H5 will come now to try and weaken this E5 pawn. I think this pawn is the pain in the ass. How do we defend this pawn long term is the issue. We will have to see, yeah. Nihal blundered. I wouldn't say it's a huge blunder. It's still going on. 3 minutes. And chat, the time is going low. So we can see Nihal excels in this format. So we still have hope for Nihal. Going to Sasikiran's game. I hope Sasikiran kind of converts. If Sasikiran converts, then we have no stress at all. That's why this game is very important. F6, I'm not so sure about. China is winning. China is 1.5, and they're also winning the remaining game. So it's all, they are going to the finals. By the way, Black knows they are a point down. They have to win. He plays the best move, knight c4. VD takes, pawn takes, and now the bishop will become a very strong piece. Sit on d5. Now this bishop can even be stronger. Oh, did he play queen c7 or did I play it? He played queen c7. Now rook c8 is an excellent move for Black, because if you take, there might be some e5 or some tactics. So VD has to be careful here. If rook c8, what happens on queen b6? Is it e5? Oh, bishop c6. What? Here and now? e5. Wow. What beautiful moves for Black. I hope he doesn't find all of these, because White's king is weak. White's king is really weak here. He has to be careful. Going back to VD's game, queen c7. I think draw for VD would be fine from our perspective. Draw is fine. The first thing is to ensure that we at least draw. I think that's very important. Draw Gujarati needed now, exactly. भाई प्लास्टिक में पानी मत पिया करो, मैसेज दे रहे हैं व्यूअर्स को. रियली? ऐसा क्यों भाई? Ghana scored. Interesting. Going to the game of Nihal Sareen. It still seems balanced. Not balanced, but Nihal is fighting for his life. Going to Sasikiran. Sasikiran still slightly better, but F6 definitely spoils the matters a little bit. इस टर्न के प्लेयर्स की रेटिंग्स बढ़ी क्या? रैपिड रेटिंग बढ़ी यार. Chat, this is all boiling down to the last, I would say, probably 10 minutes of this round. Maybe India wins and this will be the end, and we'll see tomorrow the finals against China. Maybe India draws and then we have blitz at 12 a.m. or maybe India loses and get knocked out. All three possibilities are real here, and I think it's going to boil down to these 10 minutes at the end. Luckily for VD, his opponent has very less time on the clock. That means for him to find rook c8, bishop c6, it's very difficult, and that's the plus point for VD. If he had played this when Black had 10 minutes, he would definitely find it. This is OTB, exactly. Sir, अरे शियाज भाई कैसे हो? पहचाना भाई कैसे भाई? Going to the game of Nihal Sareen, he's still fighting. Queen e2 played. He's still just moving around slowly. Sasikiran, white plays a4, probably a5 to counter that pawn. भाई अर्थ क्या है क्या? मेरी चेयर हिली यार. भाई going to the game of Vidit Gujarati में भाई चेयर हिल रही है कि मैं नर्वसनेस से हिल रहा हूँ? I don't know. Anyways, हाँ, निहाल वीडियो के अंदर अनीश की आत्मा घुस गई. नहीं भाई, I would take the अनीश आत्मा any day. Hey, chal aise hone bhai kuch bhi. Then Nihal has to do something exactly. Come on. Less than 2 minutes for VD's opponent. That means he's trying to calculate this variation very clearly. He's trying to calculate what is the best move. Going to the Nihal game. Nihal बिल्कुल solid खेल रहा है, बड़ा चंट है. He's like भाई तू कर, मैंने कुछ नहीं करना भाई. Carson है, but it will not enter the water, right? Usually I hope not. Going to the game of Sasikiran now. He plays a6. Okay, a bit passive, but also okay. Okay. Oh, he finds rook c8. He found rook c8. VD just come back. Let's not move the queen far away from the rook, from the king, sorry. That's always double-edged. Don't allow these moves. Just come to e5, man. Just come back home. Whenever in doubt, whenever under stress, let's just come to e5. Everyday earthquake around Sahil. Ye keh rahe. Chat stream like kar do bhai. Let's get to 600 likes. And if you're here for the first time, do subscribe to the channel, guys. He plays queen b7, which is a better move than queen b6, but still black is better. Now queen e8, maybe threatening bishop c6 on a good day. Let's see. But queen e8, very difficult move to play. A very difficult move to play queen e8. If he plays queen e8, then we probably need some beat checks. Bhai time nahi hai bhai, pani dalne gadwe se piyo bhai. Streaming at its best. Going to the game, let's go. निहाल कुछ नहीं खेल रहा. निहाल की आखिरी 10 मूव देखो. टक 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 टक. निहाल सिर्फ वेट कर रहा है भाई. सिर्फ वेट कर रहा है भाई. मेरे को कुछ नहीं करना गेम में. ड्रॉ चलेगा मुझे. Going to Sasikiran's game. Yeah, knight a3 now. Okay, queen d3 maybe now, or knight d4 maybe. Let's see. Going to Vidit's game. Queen e8 he finds. Oh, this is going to be interesting. VD under pressure. Bishop c6 now, attacking the rook. Dude, this is going to be crazy. This is going to be crazy. Copper se piyo, theek hai bhai. Oof. Crazy match, chat. Crazy match. Final, I think 5 minutes now. Maybe 5-7 minutes to go. Who will win, chat? What do you think, chat? Will India go to the finals? Will they tie and go to tiebreak, or will they lose and go out? What do you think, chat? Greedy VD. Arey bhai, pata nahi yaar. He at least got a pawn now. Black has to prove. 45 seconds for black now. 45 seconds for black. He finds the best move. He finds the best move, chat. He finds the best move. All pressure on VD now. He has to come back. The queen is kind of stranded in this position. London official. I think VD spoiled. No, he should have taken the c pawn. It was very good for white. Going to the game of Nihal Sareen. Oh, what? Why did he take on e4? What was the need? What was rook? Why? But why did he take on e4? He was all going normal, right? Draw for Nihal is fine. I don't know why he took on e4. I am not really sure about this decision here. Not sure. Going to the game of Sasikiran. Knight g5 played. He's trying to play bishop f3 or knight f3 ideas. Trying to play around the king side. Yeah, very complicated. Both players have 1 minute or some seconds. This is very, very interesting. Rook f5 played, trying to trap the queen. How do you come back now? Maybe you sack a pawn with d5. Can players talk to each other in game? No, they can look at the games, or they can't talk, chat. They can't chat. They can't talk. They can definitely look at the games. SL will be awarded the Bharat Ratna for sure, man. Great performance by SL, man. He definitely deserves a lot more accolades. But for now, we are one up, chat. हमें सिर्फ 8 point चाहिए draw करने के लिए, और date चाहिए जीतने के लिए 3 में से यार. ज़्यादा नहीं, 50% ही चाहिए भाई. Come on, VD, just bring the queen back. भाई जब queen घूम जाए तो घर ले आओ भाई उसको. Black का भी भाई कमाल है. क्या move निकाल रहा है time pressure में, seconds में. At least VD has time to calculate now. And he plays d5. VD finds the best move, brings the queen back. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. VD is fighting. Rook takes slight mistake. Queen e3 now. And VD is slightly back in the game. SL1 again. Yes. Nihal ne apne pair pe kulhadi mari yaar. He opened the center for no reason whatsoever. Now he better win this, because faltu mein khola center. I think there's no need. Going to the game of Sasikiran now. Sasikiran is better if he finds the move queen to f7 here, which is very, very mysterious. Sasi is better here, but queen f7 ka idea kya? I have no clue. I think it's defend the f7, f6 pawn. Yeah, but why is it so better? It's not clear. It's not entirely clear to me. The position looks very complicated. Knight's coming to c4 as well, and to d6 maybe later on. Going to game of Nihal's. Okay, let's go one by one. Chan, let's go one by one. Vidit Gujarati. Okay, queen comes to e3 now. Okay, will he take on b2? Or will he be rook d3 now? Nihal thought he had open file for rooks. Yeah, but he can't use them. It's like having a gun in your hand, which has no bullets. So there's no point. जीतो पनवेल निकलना है भाई, इंडिया को भी पनवेल नहीं निकलना है, लेकिन they have to play good chess. China, by the way, has won 3-1 against Spain. They have gone to the finals. Will India join them? Queen c5, slight mistake. Bishop d5, black is better again. Threatening rook b5, almost trapping the queen. Why VD's king is weak? He would love to have the pawn back now. VD is worse. Going to Nihal's game. Nihal is also worse. Does not look good for Nihal either. Two players worse. Sasikiran, what's happening here? Sasikiran also worse suddenly. What the hell happened? He played takes. That was a mistake. Knight c4 now. Bishop d4. And Sasikiran is also worse. All three boards suddenly we are out of the blue worse for some reason. Why? Come on, we need some comebacks. कम से कम एक point तो चाहिए यार. Draw तो कर ले कम से कम. Tie break में तो जाए. We can't lose it like this. We are so better in all the games. Suddenly, VD is completely winning queen c4. What? What? Is it real position? Is VD winning? Queen c4 winning on the spot. What? Oh, okay. It was a mouse slip by the computer. Oh, my bad. अरे यार ये chess.com साला जिंदगी खा लेगा रे हमारी. साला उसने डिजिटल एरर था रे. Shit यार. But no, wait. What's happening? What's happening here? I have no clue. Let me refresh this. I don't know what the hell is happening. रुको, let me refresh. भाई chess.com अपने नाटक कर रहा है chess.com. अभी इतना टाइम नहीं है नाटक के लिए chess.com. Please don't do this. Yeah, going to VD's position. Yeah, he's worse. He is losing by. VD is losing, unfortunately. Going to Nihal's game. Nihal, bhai, now. Chat, I don't know why Nihal went for this setup where he's trying. At some point, f4 will destroy Nihal somehow. a5 is also in the cards. Why did he take Sasikiran? Sasikiran is also losing. Holy crap, he's also losing. f5, f6, breaking open Sasi's king side. Chat, it does not seem nice now. SL हम शर्मिंदा है. Exactly. Everybody is losing, chat. Everybody is losing. f5 played by white. Suddenly आत्मा घुस चुकी है भाई, माता घुस चुकी है भाई सारे उज्बेकिस्तान के players में. Going to VD's game. What's happening? Bishop d5. Only move for VD's opponent, but I think he will find it, chat. And VD's king is the issue now. He finds it. And VD is struggling. VD is struggling. What's Nihal doing? Is there any hope for Nihal? I would say Nihal is the closest to a draw still. He still has some hope, although it's worse. Can Sasikiran cause an upset? Come on, Sasikiran. Oh! ये तो गया ना, ये तो गया. ये तो किंग तो पूरा नंगा ही हो गया भाई. कपड़े छोड़ो, पब्लिक में लाके छोड़ दिया है किंग को. ये तो completely lost है. This is over. This is over. Sasikiran is dead lost. Board 4 again, bites us in the ass. Going to Nihal Sareen. Nihal is also worse. Man, who is going to save us? VD is completely lost as well, man. Queen h4 is incoming. Dude, this is so deserving, man. So undeserving, man. This is so sad, yaar. This is... Arey, yaar. Dude, this is so sad. We need some blunder now. We need one guy to blunder. We need one guy to blunder. Who will be that guy? Who will be that guy? Who will be the guy to blunder? SL, सच में भाई क्या खेला है रे SL. अकेला बंदा भाई लड़ता रहा भाई देश के लिए भाई. It's like it reminds me बॉर्डर में वो नहीं होता वो अक्षय वो आगे जाता था भाई. माँ मैं आ रहा हूँ माँ भाई. वो फीलिंग आ गई भाई मुझे. Nihal's open blunder. I am hoping that happens, but doesn't seem like that's the case. E5 गया रे. E5 गया ना. Is it over for Nihal also? Isn't he losing a pawn now? VD game, going to the VD game. Yeah. He has to exchange pieces. He has to exchange rooks. All get mated now. Look d1 for VD. Let's go VD. Exchange rooks and maybe you will hold a perpetual on a good day if you're lucky. Exchange rooks, it's very important. I think rook b7, just king h6, and there's no more checks. Just exchange rooks. He gives the check, but he better have something up his sleeve now. King h6, excellent move by black. Now rook c7 is the best move. What the hell is rook c7? Who on earth will play rook c7 here? Please let me know your name and your engine model number. Going to the game of Nihal Sareen. No hope anywhere. We need some hope, chat. Knight f7, only move for Sasi to even continue the game. Everything else is completely lost. He plays it, yeah, continues the game for now. He plays rook e7 and now queen b8 is minus 12. It's resigns. Queen b8 and VD resigns. Rook c3, he fights on for another day. Queen b8, VD resigns. And that would be game over, chat. Will black play this move? And VD has to resign. And he finds it. And VD has to resign. It's time to resign. And that is the end of VD's game. So VD loses. That will be 1 each. Going to Nihal's game. Nihal, can you be the hero? Doesn't feel like Nihal ki to khud ki lagi padi hai bhai. Yeah, Team India is crashing out. It's +6 for Nihal's opponent. Uzbekistan does it yet again. Sasi Kiran is not losing on the spot, but there is no way he wins. On a good day, he draws this if he's incredibly lucky, but he does not win. We need one more draw from either, and VD has lost. That means VD has lost. It's 1 each. Nihal has to draw this somehow, and Sasi Kiran has to draw this. Sasi still has chances for a draw, I have to admit. But Nihal, I mean, this is just falling apart. I just don't know why he took on e4. There was no need for opening the d file and spoiling the position. Now it's gone. All rounds nahi hai, chat. The first round was a tie, 2 each. And if India loses 2.5, 1.5 even, it's gone. It's gone. That is sad, man. Going to the game, let's go. Was CD4 maan tha video ko. I think CD4 was the move. Queen E1. Okay. Not the best move. Let's go. Let's go. Nihal. Chat, if there's somebody who can come up with some sort of last moment trick, it's Nihal. Come on, Nihal. This is your moment to shine, buddy. This is your moment to shine. 50 seconds open. Because koi trick to hogi yaar. Last moment trick. Something from somewhere. King S7 is the best move. Apparently, he plays it. Koi, yeah, some swindle. He needs that. He needs that. ग्लास में पानी डालने का टाइम नहीं है भाई और मूड भी नहीं है. And white plays the best move. Rook g8. He's still trying his level best. Sasi Kiran, by the way, seems to have gained equality yet again. It seems like Sasi is holding, and as I say, he blunders. King d7 was the drawing move. I don't know what king f7 is. And now bishop g5 is... Oh, he also blunders now. But okay, still kind of losing, I think. Nihal, we need a draw, buddy. We need some upset. I don't know how you do it. Do something, Nihal. Come on, man. Come on, Nihal. Some way. Some magic you can pull off here. What? Queen takes d3 is winning for white. What the hell? And he takes it. Nihal has to resign and India is lost. India has lost. Now we need Sasi Kiran to win this game with the black pieces where he's minus 1.5. I just don't see it happening, chat. Sasi Kiran, if he wins this, to bhai, literally bhai, kamal ho jayega. I just don't see it happening, chat. I think this might be the Indian team crashing out of this tournament. I think they still play tomorrow for third place, if somebody can confirm that. But this is just sad play. I think, yeah, fourth board Puto India has struggled. We really missed one of our stronger players, the youngsters. And I think SL, by the way, you feel for SL, man. Like, he played so well in this entire tournament. Yeah, Video also had shades of brilliances, but I think somehow Nihal could never get going in this tournament, so he was drawing or losing. And fourth board Puto, we just bleeded points. So unfortunately, clever choice by white, trading pieces, going for a draw. He does not need to win the game. Insane practical chess, even though he was better trading rooks, just going for a draw, taki he can basically go home. Yeah. Clever chess by white, very clever chess. Yeah. Look at the practicality. This is what we sometimes miss. He was better. He takes the draw. And yeah, the game has ended and the Indian team has crashed out 2.5, 1.5. And with this, chat, Indian team will not win the finals, unfortunately. They might still be playing tomorrow for the third place. But yeah, I think that's unfortunate that they could not win. So yeah, I think fourth board definitely we missed out. And VD lost and Nihal also lost. I think Nihal has himself to blame. I think he captured on E4 for no reason. White was not coming with any strategy whatsoever. All that was needed was a draw. He, I think, misevaluated the position quite a bit and ended up losing. So with this, chat, I think the Indian team has crashed out. Maybe we have a stream tomorrow for third place against Spain, which we'll have to look out for. I'll let you know if that's happening. But for now, I think India has crashed out and will not go to the finals. Don't want third place. Yeah, but that's the best we can get now. Where's my goes done by? Mujhe mail likh do bhai, and I will definitely give it to you. Of course, word given by, done. It's fine, guys. It wasn't players' fault. It was London's fault. Hey, chala yaar. London तो बढ़िया opening दिया थी रे, बहुत बढ़िया opening थी. I think VD played DD4. That was a mistake. So with this, I think, chat, I will see you tomorrow if India is playing against Spain for the third place. Otherwise, I'll see you in a few days. क्रिकेट सेमीज में क्रैश हो गए. हाँ भाई, क्रिकेट की तरह. You'll find on the website, मनीष भाई. Watching in India's team, अरे ऐसा नहीं है डांटे भाई, ऐसा नहीं है यार. SL की मैं दवा दिया. Hats off to SL, by the way, for winning 2 games today, literally. That's crazy, man. What he has done is insane. And yeah, feeling sad for him, how well he played in this tournament. Take a chat. Thank you for joining in. I will see you tomorrow, most likely, if India is playing Spain. Otherwise, in a few days. Take care. Don't spread hate to anybody. I think it happens. It's part and parcel of the game. Feeling disappointed is probably normal, though. I'll see you soon, chat. Most likely tomorrow, or let's see. Take care. Keep smiling. I'll see you soon. I'll also add the emoji Solly. Bye. Take care. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. And SLOP in the chat.